that too.
Wait, what? Birds have something called cannabis, they're basically fucking rap battles.
If two bards cutting towards each other, I think that's a rap battle.
Okay, I heard if two birds cut something.
Cutting words.
I don't know, I just saw it and went, huh, that sounds like a rap battle to me. Oh, yeah.
Good if we ever get Grid to shout it though, so I'll take it.
Do breath weapons count as sonic attacks?
But like you can't say that the bird's earpiecing scream isn't like a fucking Karen move.
I mean, look, if it was just Bards, then I would agree, but it's not just Bards.
The defense bird's perfectly.
I'm just gonna make a bard
Let's speak to you, Centurion.
Who is your lord? I want to talk to the higher ups. Who's the duchess of this establishment?
If you keep this up, I'm going to use my claws of shaping to turn your dick into a balloon animal.
I just want that anyway.
Yeah.
But then Mary will be upset if you guys ever have another tryst.
Do you think they're going to after?
We don't know about their dynamic. They could be into, like, you know, swinging and stuff.
I mean, yeah, no. But there's also like fucking ventriloquism. Throws voice for 1 minute.
Wait, I think I have Ghost Sound as one of my spells, so I can turn Hawk's penis into a balloon animal and then make it talk.
Listen, I'm just sitting here enjoying an ice cream sandwich. Kid, like, why is this the conversation?
We don't allow it mere enjoyments here.
Aaron, now you know why I don't make breakfast with these sessions.
Come on, we're not that bad.
Yes.
Bold of you to
Yes, we
assume
are.
Hawk's dick is even big enough to
We're
make
not
a balloon
usually
animal.
that bad.
I mean,
About 80% of the time, very much can eat during the things we say. But about 20% of the time, we say things that just shouldn't be said, period.
yeah, I'm not gonna say something else. Hey, Hawk, imagine the following, right? It might be too small now, but after Enderos has had like...
After the flesh crafting, you mean?
Yeah.
Let me
it's going
just
to be bigger and
expand
then more
dong.
flexible.
Yeah, I could make it expand on because I'd need. Yeah, I could make an extra big balloon animal.
Yeah, so now I'm just imagining a wizard who learns flesh crafting for the sole purpose of giving himself a big dick.
In the sole purpose of being Rasputin.
You don't know if that was Andros's reason or not, so.
I mean, I do it.
He also has DR versus range and
I
bludgeoning.
cast Tidal Wave and Grease. All dick-related stuff. Gotta get the program. Fuck me.
What?
You know, the fucking Snickers chocolatey things on top of a Snickers bar. They're
Yeah,
apparently
little
called
swirls.
Snickers cock wings instead.
So cock wings.
Cock wings. That's blood wings. Fuck, I couldn't speak.
Veins?
Shut up.
Just type it in my PC.
Vein?
Yes.
But
Choc veins.
it's like F, but different.
The thing.
Kind of. Close enough.
We'll take it.
Yes, but also no. But yeah, they're like, there was a whole argument about how the like swirly stuff on top of the Snickers bar made the Snickers bar look phallic because it looked like veins on the penis. And there was another video about somebody who smoothed out their own Snickers bar and was like, look at it, they did it, they made it smooth. And Snickers made a post saying, don't worry, the veins will stay. Like they're in on the joke. And it just spawned this massive candy bar and sex-related Twitter brigade of just funny tweets and replies.
I mean, the whole thing with the fucking Snickers thing, wings, yeah, that one. It's kind of old though. Like, it's been around for a while.
I just heard about it today, honestly.
I have a question. In Dutch, is there no V sound?
So what?
No, not Dutch. In your language, is there no V sound?
The veins remain. That's what their quote was.
There is, but bear in mind it's also 6 a.m. and I woke up like 30 minutes ago almost.
Fair. I'm just trying to work out like the struggle. That's all.
And again, English isn't my first language. So,
How dare you speak in a language other than English?
I can also speak a little bit of German.
A little bit of Germany.
German.
There we go. There is like a good collection of them.
Oh no.
They don't give a
Hey.
shit. They just
This
don't give a
is,
fuck at all.
I hate
Fleshlight
like-
Twitter.
I hate
said,
brands.
"Okay, I like it. Picasso.
We don't like brands.
I'll be honest, brand Twitter usually is pretty amusing to me. Even if it's brands I don't give a fuck about.
Snickers, glad you can come where the nut reside.
Wow, that Snickers Twitter guy is either really, really fired or is getting a raise.
I mean,
One of the two.
you think brands check their Twitter?
Yeah, because that's why they started hiring people like this for it.
No, this is why they hired someone like this. The brand isn't checking their Twitter. This person's
Brands
going
used to never have people like this.
This person's
when the
going to
whole
have to
Wendy's thing happened.
This person's going to have to go into a meeting at the end of the month and explain to their boss how they got into this.
Yeah, and it'd be great because they were like, but look at how much publicity we're getting about this. And it's not negative. People are joking about it and having a good time. And I bet you Snickers have done a massive incline in sales, not only because of Easter, but because of this post.
I mean, like, realistically, social media managers are left to do just kind of whatever they want. That's
Well, they
why.
used to.
I would like to return the conversation to things that isn't brands and social media.
Fair enough.
What song?
We'll accept croissant. We can talk about
Croissant.
Croissant is also brands because it is French, and it is a brand in
French
itself.
is a brand.
French is a
Croissant
brand.
is the type of pastry, you potato.
Originating from France.
What?
France isn't a company.
Croissant.
No, but it is.
Okay.
Close enough.
Okay.
Why am I getting a headache? We haven't even started.
Before we
Are we
get
streaming right now?
too far in, before we get too invested in this,
Well, I've had enough for tonight. Bye, guys.
who wants
No,
to
Theseus, you're not allowed to leave.
who wants to volunteer to do the catch up while everybody rolls their dice?
Well, I wasn't here
We
last
did
session.
anything
so-
last week.
I mean, just not just last week, but the week before too.
Didn't do much there either.
We're back on land. Some of
What
us
is-
for the first time in their life.
I'm pretty sure Theseus lived other places before we found him trapped in a bear thing.
You can't prove that Theseus existed before you found him in that bear trap.
So I can't prove that he didn't exist.
Oh,
Theseus
Schrodinger's Theseus. Okay.
Brought to Theseus.
The Theseus of Theseus. Yes, we completed the mission
Hey,
that we completed the mission to help the captain, got him back safe and alive. He met up back with his wife, and then we had a bit of a shuffle of characters. The Resolve left, and Ross arrived. Now we've got some very nice wolves, a very good rhino.
He is a very good runner. This is true.
we hit the road.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the road. We're gonna go. We decided that we need to go relax, so we're going to the city of the succubuses to go and have a good time.
After you go to a cave where samurai go to kill themselves, yes.
Where they go to play a nice relaxing game of Sudoku.
Wait,
Commit
really?
Sudoku.
That's not cool.
Theseus, roll your Sudoku dice.
You should What the fuck?
You okay?
Sudoku dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hawk and Theseus. Can you guys stop tying, like, once?
No.
Dang it, I can't roll 1D Sudoku.
It just pops up with a whole grin.
Hawk.
What? Oh, yeah.
Roll.
just,
Stop trying to roll a Sudoku and...
I win.
God damn it, I was at the top of the order and now I'm not.
Yes, you are. This is to see which of them goes in their little pocket.
Ah, okay. My bad.
Hawk be fast. To the surprise of all.
I know, it's a surprise to everybody that he's quick.
I'm quick.
Definitely a surprise to
everywhere.
Mary.
I actually made
Yes.
myself tear up doing that.
Wow.
Aren't we going to this cave to get like a super weapon or something?
You get, yes, Bratu's weapon. Ow.
Alright, so we're going on a road trip to get a super weapon, then we're going to the succubus city.
Yes.
I mean, then the
That's
same
better.
like little 2-day trip. Not even that.
I mean, if you think that it's going to be that fast.
You obviously haven't been part of this campaign very well.
I mean, that's a good point. But I thought you said it was just 2 days from one city to the succubus place. I might be misremembering.
But you also... No, it was 2 days from Shark Bay Landing to the cave.
Yeah.
okay. I just remember 2 days.
That's all he remembers. It's just 2 days.
That's gotta be a sad life. Is it 2 consecutive days, or?
With my memory, who knows? Sometimes it's random.
Alright. Well, and since you're basically there. Yeah, that was all we really did before, is I was not feeling good, so the basic narration of you go to place.
Is there enough thing for random encounters, or is it just relatively peaceful the whole time?
I forgot to bring the table in, so we'll do that, later. That's a different time and place.
Oh, okay, so it's relatively peaceful then.
Yeah, it's relatively peaceful as you go from Shark Bay Landing down along the beach to, I think I gave you the name Honor's Rest before.
Yeah.
The majority of the journey is pretty peaceful. There's really no issues that arise other than maybe the occasional stop because something's wrong with the cart, or one of the animals is being uncooperative that day, but it's not anything major. But as you get closer to your destination, you notice that the water leading up to it starts to have this greenish red tint to it compared to the normal blue of the ocean. And that only seems to get darker the closer you get to the to the cave. The beach along the way is also beginning to be littered with the occasional skeleton or semi-fresh corpse that is sprawled out across the beach. Some of them are still wearing their armor, others are just skeletal. And before long, the day that you arrive, you are parked pretty close to the mouth of the cave, which seems to go straight for probably a couple feet, then take an immediate turn on the inside. The air here is also thick compared to the rest of the beach, and rather than kind of the seawater smell, it seems to be permanently tainted by the smell of iron. And you can see in the water just off the shore there are several relatively fresh corpses floating in the water.
Remember, kids, don't touch anything.
Fine.
The cave is not large enough that you could comfortably take the cart inside.
A big shock.
Yes, well.
You said comfortably,
Oh god.
So,
which means it can fit inside.
well. Good luck with that. Andros,
Hello.
what's on your mind? What do you want? What do you want to do?
Well, you see, someone said something about not touching things, and my first instinct upon, I guess, smelling the air was to see if there was any salvageable steel.
Considering the smell of iron is probably coming from the blood in the water, probably not.
I guess from there, would seeing what killed these people be survival?
Yeah.
Yes, it is disrespectful if you want to play xylophone when the skeleton's ripped.
Aww.
Very disrespectful.
It's not hard to figure most of it out. The fresher corpses have pretty obvious cuts in their stomach that run from just under the ribs all the way down to their belly buttons.
Now, this is the ritual disembowelment that we have heard about.
Yes.
Place for reeks of honor.
Or dishonor.
Perceived dishonor? Who knows? Well, on that
No.
note then,
No, dishonor would be continuing on. If I understand correctly.
I would like to see if there's anything else of note, if we're the only living around, or get a feel for the place, I guess.
I'm sure you can make a perception check.
I'd like any perception checks. Even when they roll a 5, I still get a 26.
You are the only living things. You are the only living things nearby. There's nothing particularly outstanding about this place, aside from you can see up ahead, back up onto the mainland. You can see the top of the keep that you were told about. So that means it's probably not too far away from here.
I can hear someone's Discord's driving me nuts.
Yes. Other than that, this part of the beach seems especially abandoned. You know, leading up to here, you saw some fish in the water, you saw the occasional small animal run across the sand, but here it's pretty lifeless.
Well, I would like to then go check out the mouth of the cave and then pass on initiative.
Okay. The mouth of the cave has that same thick air about it, but it also seems to have the smell of decay that just wafts out from inside, that mixes with kind of the stagnant air of a cave. So, Bratu, you have very vague knowledge of this place to begin with, that this is where samurai come when they, you know, have either committed a dishonor or feel they are dishonored, and they usually end up taking their own lives or find some way to redeem themselves inside.
How many stories do I know of the ladder? Because I'm sure, due to the place's name, there's been plenty that have done the first.
There are very few stories about the ladder, and most of them are incomplete.
Okay.
The primary function, you're aware, is the former of those two options.
Alright.
Right.
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 Correct.
Wrong.
Ooh,
Oh, fuck.
that's a spicy take.
Huh. But, I mean, besides how abandoned this place is there anything in particular standing out?
Nothing outside. From what you know about the place, it is the outside serves a very singular function, and it's only on the interior where things get confusing or murky.
Okay, and I guess our only option really is to go inside anyways.
You could be disrespectful to the undead. Or to the dead.
Well,
That is
are there
technically
actual
an option.
graves here? Or are there just, like, once you kind of, you know, peek inside, not really walk in, but just peek in, is there, you know, graves and stuff like that
No.
set up?
This isn't
Or is
a
it just
this isn't a place This isn't a place where people go to get buried, and most of the there's maybe a skeleton inside from really high tides, but the majority of the corpses and skeletons are in the water or near the water.
Okay. I mean, Ratu would certainly say a prayer of some kind under his breath. In particular, especially given all the people who have passed here and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But really hard to disrespect the dead when they're just kind of strewn about and didn't even. And
they didn't even bury themselves.
Well, no, it's just there's nothing to specifically. There's no shrine to go to or no. You'd have to go. If you really want to respect the dead, you have to go to every single skeleton, or just kind of say a general prayer. Can't really think of any other options here.
Okay. So you'll take a minute and go around and pray over the corpses.
I was just gonna say a general prayer for all of them.
Okay, sure. While you do,
Sounds like there's quite a few.
there's at least a dozen that you can see. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Hawk, what are you doing?
I am doing my best to behave. I'm probably hanging around the cart and just kind of looking around at all of the skeletons, like on the shore from the shoreline, just looking out at the sea and seeing all the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pass mine because he's reflecting on maybe he's done some unhonorable things, and he's not willing to go this far to go his honor back, so he respects their bravery.
Okay. Theseus, then. What are you up to?
Well, I'm probably going to see about tending to the wolves and the rhinoceros that we've got here. Make sure they're doing all right and everything. And while everybody else is like preparing themselves mentally and such, because it sounds like we're gonna need to like steel ourselves to go into this cave.
Potentially. Okay.
Otherwise, I don't have any particular plans or actions that I'd like to commit.
As far as the animals go, they're a little bit spooked, just because of the way things are. But overall, they're handling themselves fine.
Okay. I'm gonna
And
give them all a good scratching.
okay, Maple,
Yes.
What-
Sorry.
what are you up to?
Kind of reminiscing about past events. The smell in the air kind of reminding her of how like older days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you all, take a moment, look around, and prepare yourselves for what you're fearing you're going to experience. And that leaves us back with Andros.
Andros is a lot less morose than his companions because he's finally out of, I guess, his town.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been cooped up there for a while, so this is more just him getting back in touch with the whole adventuring thing, which he does enjoy, despite the fact that it has nearly killed him a couple times and did kill him once.
And has killed his allies multiple times, and
There's just it's been an adventure.
it's been a rough
What I
time.
would like to do, however,
Mm-hmm.
is this is probably as good a time as any to give it a shot. As I'm just poking around the mouth of the cave, I'd like to call upon the domain powers that I've been granted
Oh.
and cast magic vestment on myself,
Sure.
which gives me a plus two. Plus two.
That's a good question. Per 4 caster levels, so yeah, you'd be at a +2. So
Can I add a temporary to this, or is it just?
you just have
Yeah, I can just add a temporary buff. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you guys watch as Andros is investigating the mouth of the cave. He's going to bring his hand up onto his armor, and there's going to be this momentary flash of thorns and vines that'll wrap around him for a moment and then disappear as they enhance his armor.
Swank.
It's swank. I mean, look, I can't disagree. It is pretty swanky. I just wish that I didn't have to deal with it.
Isn't that usually how these kinds of deals work?
Yeah, but obviously this demon devil. Shit, I don't remember what he is.
He's-
Obviously this guy knows that I'm going to try and lawyer him. And if he doesn't, then well, he's a fucking idiot.
Who knows? So you prepare yourself casting your magic vestment, and do you push in, or what do you do from there?
How far can I go into the cave before I'm out of sight of everyone else?
So the cave goes forward about 5 or 6 feet before taking a pretty sharp right turn. So you could probably get about 5 or 6 feet in before you would have to move out of sight.
Okay. And on that same note, do I hear anything from either Eloria or the Buggy Boy?
The bug is slightly uncomfortable with the situation. And Eloria has really nothing to say about this. Honor's not really her...
Purview. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. The Buggies always seems to be nervous in caves, which is weird considering what the bug is, but hey.
Well, I mean, given the nature of this cave especially.
Well, I will do my best, and I will try and sneak up to the corner and try and peep around. Ooh.
Okay. So you know, as quietly as you can, sneak up to the corner and peek around to see where the cave is going to curve back, almost right behind the wall that is blocking that path, and lead deeper in. It almost curves like it has a purposeful design to it.
So I can't see anything except for another bend, basically.
Pretty much.
That's annoying. Oh, right. I don't know why that didn't apply properly before. Oh, the note that there is actually supposed to be just a thing. So that was supposed to just apply normally. Why am I getting this? Yeah, so that's basically all I wanted to know.
Okay.
So I'll make sure at least somebody sees me venturing further into the cave. But I will just do that.
Sure,
further
and
deeper.
at the very least, Theseus or Bratu will probably see you.
There he goes.
And there goes the man.
Which I guess then brings us back to Bratu.
Andros is going ahead into the cave on his own.
Mm-hmm. He's mostly just peeking around the corner.
Well, in that case, I'm not gonna stop him. Like Ratu goes, like he's about to say something or stop him, but when he sees Andros doesn't, start to go fully in or anything, he lets up. He understands it's important to know what the hell we're getting potentially into.
Doing my apparently best to be sneaky. It's not good.
It could be worse. You could be brought to.
Could be brought to. That is a good point.
You could be cringing around.
Yeah.
So, what do you said your prayer, Bratu, so what are you up to now?
I mean, his mind is kind of in similar space as like Hawk or Maple, thinking on the past a little bit and thinking about certain things they could have done differently or not. But he's actually feeling a bit more sure of himself. Yeah, introspective. He's actually feeling a little more sure of himself than he has for a while after everything that happened with the captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, for now, he's going to... He's actually just going to wait for Andros to get back to, basically report on whatever is there.
Sure.
He's figuring if we're all going to go in, it's not just going to be him, which seems to be the case so far. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, or I'll roll for it if needed, but there's nothing that said I had to go in completely by myself, correct? There's nothing about me having to be by myself to achieve this weapon or what have you.
Nothing that you remember seeing in the agreement.
Then yeah, he'd rather... He knows he's not very stealthy. He'd rather not screw that up, whatever Andros is trying to do. So, he'll hang back and kind of wait for Andros to get back or see what the others are doing.
What was
Obviously
that?
passing.
Okay. So, Hawk, you take a moment to stare out at the water and be momentarily morose.
Yeah. I turn back around to see Andros at the cave entrance, and I go, "Please don't get yourself hurt again."
Again.
That goes for me too, I guess. Looking at
It's
the
a-
alarm.
Andros will turn to slightly just eye your clockwork arm and then just give a nod.
Hawk does like the shushing motion, but with the clockwork arm. Like, shush. He's also gonna go up to the cave entrance, and he's gonna take a few brave steps in. He's gonna do his own perception check, see if he notices anything strange.
Into the cave.
Yes.
Sure.
Probably only going at most 20 feet, maybe 15.
Well, it's 5 feet, like it's 6 feet forward, and then a sharp right that goes for like another couple feet and then turns around a corner.
Yeah, I'm only at the
Yeah,
second
I mean,
one,
like,
so.
I'm going in that far.
Oh, okay. So you're actually going in.
Yeah, going in the cave. Wait,
Okay.
let me roll perception really fast. I gotta
That's
find
not
that
what I would
skill.
roll.
That's not what I would roll. Let me just make sure the lighting is active and everything. Yeah.
I don't own any token of vision.
No, you don't. And
Oh, jeez.
the only
I don't
person...
like
Sorry,
that
I had a-
doing that.
I had a question I should have asked before. Am I casting my domain spells at my caster level?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you... I'd say you push in...
Also, the game is still paused.
Yeah, well... Meh.
It's black screen.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you aren't in the area yet. Put the cat away. So, Hawk, you push your way in, and one of the first things you notice in the darkness of the cave is that sitting in an opening ahead of you is a reflectively skinned individual, almost like their skin is made out of some kind of a metal. They're leaning against the wall pretty far opposite to you, and they are covered pretty much head to toe in tattoos that seem to, rather than the tattoos necessarily being what's noticeable, it's the absence of light where the ink is in their skin that makes it noticeable.
You said that they were made of metal?
They look like they're made of metal, and they look like they're shining.
Okay.
But they're too far away for you to make out too many details of. The area around them, or the immediate area around them, is also lit, and it appears that there are some corpses at his feet, or at their feet.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. I'm going to create a light source because I don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what light sources do I have, actually?
That's a good question.
Don't you have another stick that glows all the time?
I have a sun rod that
That's
I've
the
had
thing.
since the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'll crack open the sun rod.
Alright, so you pull out your sun rod that you've had for quite a while now, and you crack it, causing it to illuminate brightly. I think
For
it...
30 feet.
Yeah, so it creates like a 30-foot light around you,
And
which I think you...
increases the level by 1 step for an additional 30 feet. So it becomes dim light for 30 feet
Confused.
after the 30 feet of bright.
This should work. It won't show me what you see, but that should give you...
Can you hover over where my token is?
You can see the radius. I'm watching the stream and I can see the radius. So.
I don't see anything.
Even when you click on it?
Yeah, I can't see my own token. Like, I can hover over where my token is, but if I click on it, I don't see anything. You might have to make the light source give vision, is what it's called, under the token settings.
Oh, has vision might help.
Yes.
Yeah, that may help.
I can fight.
Yeah, so... Okay, so what you can see kind of around you is... not much, actually. Some of the sand from out on the beach has been dragged in here, and you can see footprints, which you might even attribute to the figure that you can see up against the other wall. But as far as the area around you goes, there's not really that much. The most notable thing about this area, though, is where that irony smell from outside begins to mingle with the decaying, stagnant air in this cave. Because of the way that the cave entrance is formed, it's not getting a good draft. So the scent is just kind of lingering.
Okay. Do I see for like 30 feet of dim?
Is it
To apply that.
is it not also giving it? I think I have to give you low light vision. There you go. And I never put walls in, so you know.
I will play it honestly.
Yes.
I'm not gonna move into a wall per se.
I sure hope not.
I'm gonna just creep forward to like this corner,
Okay.
and then wave Andaros forward behind me, and be
Sure,
and just
I'll
like
follow him.
I'm gonna point at the body and be like, "Who do you think that is?"
I'm still gonna, try and be sneaky about it.
Oh no, you're
Sneaky.
Oh no, you're
Whisper.
I am. You're not, apparently.
Oh no, you're token.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Look at this doofus with a square token.
And I think you have low light vision, right?
I am an elf, yes.
So
I think that means you don't have borders.
yeah, there's no walls installed at the moment.
Fair enough.
I forgore.
He forgore. Also, I thought I had a circular portrait at some point.
Things have been fucky.
That's fair enough.
I will
Uh,
proactively roll a stealth check, seeing that Andaros wants to be quiet.
well, it's kind of pointless because as soon as you crack the sun rod, you give yourself away.
It's true.
And the figure who's leaning against the wall is going to bring his hand down to his hip where he has a I think it's a katana. I think that's what I gave him. Yes. He has a katana kind of sheathed on his hip, and he's just going to rest his hand on it. Because of the light, you can also see him better now, and you can make out the surprisingly young face for the amount of tattoos that he has. Let me put down the token really fast. Oh no. It's wrong. Give me 1 second.
I like how it has a picture of a demon and a mouse over it. It's an Azamar.
It's everything is horribly incorrect here. I don't know why it's done this to me. I do, but I like to pretend I don't. Scrolling. One of these days I'll name tokens and I won't have this problem anymore. Yes, his hand is currently resting on his sword and he's just eyeing you all from the distance. Here.
Ew.
Also, for reference, Bratu, Maple, and Theseus, you do see Hawk and Andaros push deeper into the cave.
I will pass my initiative now.
I'll step into the cave.
Okay, so you're going to walk in.
Lovely.
Gonna walk into the cave.
Why not?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's real Theseus hours.
You never changed your... Okay, you did change your token. Let me give you vision.
It's not like the last time I entered a cave, things went horribly wrong.
Also, Theseus, it is very magical in here.
Oh, that's right.
Stinks in here.
I forgot about that.
on top of the smell of death and such, you do smell the magic in here.
Magic.
And you can also see the figure leaning against the opposite wall. Oh no. He's back.
That's better.
What happened? Oh no. I regret asking.
Anyway, yeah. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to just stare in awe?
I will. I'm gonna stick with Hawk and I assume this is Andros.
Yes.
Whenever I
That's
hover
me.
over a token, it just gives me question marks.
Hang on, I can
For
fix that
everyone.
for mine. I can fix that for mine.
Yes, it is a katana. I was right.
Aye.
I will just stick with these two, and like, I'm not gonna wander off into the strange death cave by myself.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Maple, you watch you watch Hawk go in, then Andros go in deeper, and then Theseus go into the cave.
I'm gonna ask a quick question. Farskin would apply its +3 benefits to Maple, right?
Say that one more time.
Farskin is going to apply its benefits to Maple, right?
As long as you don't have an amulet of natural armor, it should. Okay. Then yeah, it would work.
Cool. Then Mabel's gonna use it if I press the right button. And then she's going to gently pat her in the back and kind of gesture towards the cave as she goes towards it.
Alright, so you'll...
Wait,
The rest
you're
of
casting-
the party.
you're casting Farskin twice?
No. The first one was dumb. That was just
Okay.
the description.
Okay. You'll have to put your token back because it lost it for some reason. Like the image for it. You'll have to put the image back.
I need to find the image because I lost it as well.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't remember which one it was.
And so as more of you begin to file in, the figure across from you is getting a little bit more... His hand is a little bit more secure on his blade as he's now seeing multiple people enter that he doesn't know. I'm gonna assume... Well, no, I'm not gonna assume anything. Andros.
Hello.
Hello.
What are we not assuming?
Don't worry about it.
I thought it was like directly relative to what I was doing.
No.
Okay. Yeah, let me pull up my sheet again. I'm fiddling with my token, and that's not going well. So is this? Do I recognize any of these tattoos?
You'd have to make a perception check.
I like perception checks. And imagine if I get into double digits, what those numbers would be.
Oh God. You don't recognize any of them per se, but you do see that most of them appear to be some various form of dragon. Everything from, like, you know, pseudo dragons to images of true dragons on his body.
This gives me an idea then. Through Nozantan scale, can I communicate, like, things that I've seen?
Sure.
Can I ask my dragon friend if he recognizes these tattoos?
I'm not in the cave yet because I haven't gotten to my turn.
he'll-
My actual dragon friend. My dragon kin friend.
Oh,
He'll get back to you on that one.
Is he busy?
Who knows?
Is he sleeping?
Who knows? He just doesn't respond right away.
What the fuck was the point of this scale? I squint at my scale. Okay.
yes, cat. What are you doing? Why are you in my face?
Sorry, can I just quickly get a quick refresher on why exactly we're here? I know there's a weapon. What do we need the weapon for?
You're here for... So, Bratu is in a deal with his own devil, and you're here to... Because the devil told him that something that will help him is here.
Yeah, and this was all passed on?
Yes. As far as
I
I'm aware.
apologize. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm a bit hazy. In which case, I will take about... I'll move about 15 feet up.
Okay.
So I'm ahead of Log, and I will greet the man in common. Just a simple greeting of, like, hello there, General Kenobi, that kind of deal.
General Kenobi. Okay. He'll ease up just a little bit. He won't immediately respond, but he will, kind of let himself relax just a little bit since you're not immediately attacking him.
Yeah, I will also make sure that as I do my hand, Ilari is still by my side and whatnot. Like, I'm not holding her in any threatening manner.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will continue on that we have come to this... He won't mince words. This is come to this rather dreary place on a quest for a samurai on our own party. And here I am wondering if you would be able to lend us a hand.
He'll look at you all and... I'm afraid I'm on a mission of my own. There's not much help I can provide for you right now.
Perhaps our goals may align. After all, what mission are you here for?
He's not going to answer that question.
I figured as much, but it was worth a shot.
He's just going to go back to watching you all for the moment. And then we'll go to...
Yeah, so I'll just shrug and look back and see if anyone else wants to do things.
Yeah, we'll go to Bratu, since he's still all alone outside. So, Brat.
Okay. Well, other than sighing heavily after seeing Hawk do more Hawk things, and then Theseus doing the same, he doesn't even acknowledge Maple, because he's still partially wanting to smack Theseus and Hawk's heads together at the moment. But
I thought we came to the cave to go to the cave.
What a sentence.
It was your idea to come to this cave.
This was your idea! What do you mean?
Yeah, we are only here because of Bratu.
okay, I see Andros is going to once again still be the only other cautious member of this party.
Oh, I mean, not anymore.
You still
Okay.
tried. You attempted. I'm at least going to give you credit.
Gosh, there's corpses everywhere. We're already in danger.
What did I do that was unsafe? I even created light for me so I wasn't walking in blindly. And I want it to be known I walked in this time, not ran in.
Anyway, you should probably carry on instead of getting upset with people.
So, yes.
Yes, Bratu does indeed. Walked in after he is. When he first walks in, he's clutching the bridge of his nose, or like right between his eyes.
Well,
in clear irritation, but then he quickly refocuses to see what's actually going on in here.
well, as you enter, this is a figure that is familiar enough to you. So the... Cat, you need to go over here, please. Thank you. The Azamar man standing on the wall opposite to you, that is heavily covered in these various tattoos, you recognize as Ebiel Nezir, formerly of no order, but before you left, you remember him expressing interest in the Order of the Tome. And he was being indicted before you left.
So was this somebody who he would have been new when I ended up getting sent down?
He was previously like you. He was a Ronin and served no order. And after something happened in his life and he joined the Order of the Tome, this is the person that kind of acted as your inspiration to become a samurai in the first place.
This is the old war hero that talked about has been around long enough to know dragons?
Yes? And just like you remember him, he doesn't look a day over 20.
God, how smart, weird.
And that's what happens when you have the literal blood of deities in you.
Yeah? Yeah.
One of the new things about him, though, is, well, specifically the shining skin. That was not a thing that he used to do. So it seems that in his time he has gotten more powerful or more in tune with his angelic heritage.
Well, as I'm walking in, do I hear Andros's greeting and conversation with him?
Sure, I would say you do.
Okay. Bratu, that makes him kind of focus in even quicker from, to not caring about really something he should be getting used to, but yeah, he immediately walks past Theseus and Hawk. Even walking a little past Andros. Very casually, doesn't even draw his own weapons. Although one thing, this name, yes. God, that fucking first name, Ebiel?
Ebiel.
Ebiel, okay.
Hey, Ebby.
Well, first, Ebiel will also probably notice that Bratu's samurai banner is different.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was changed when he first became a Ronin. Although, he wouldn't have seen that. Now it's, once again, different. But still different from when he was in Order of the Tome. And he walks past them, everyone, and simply and just says, Eviel? What are you doing here, of all places?
So, as you move forward, you actually watch as he pulls the first inch or so of the blade out of its sheath, and the flames spill out around it. Watching you move closer, he doesn't seem to immediately recognize you, but once you start to speak, the recognition's going to kind of, come to his eyes, and he's going to close the blade. Oh, so it's been quite a while since I've seen you, Bratu. I remember when you were just a fledgling. I'm here on behalf of the Order. I'm taking care of some business.
On behalf of... You really did go and join up with the Order of the Tome, then?
Yes, and I was quite successful with them for a while. Though they haven't given me anything of particular interest as of late.
They could certainly be a boring bunch at times.
Mm-hmm.
But... And Bratu's gonna just very casually he's not even, drawing his shield or anything, just casually walk right over to Eviel and just be like, very friendly, how are you doing? I mean, it has been a while, and this isn't, again, this really is not a place I expect to find you.
Yes, things have been busy since you left. They needed a new hunter-gatherer for their
Jesus.
their various tasks, and so my wife and I fell into that role until recently, when they apparently found themselves sated with the things that we had brought them. And so for a while I served under the king and his family, and things have been prolific.
Hopefully they've learned that protection is a little bit better than destruction.
Unfortunately, that's outside of my purview. They don't really tell me what they do with the things I recover.
But if so, are you here to recover something, to protect something, or
I'm here.
hopefully not destroy?
I'm
So-
here to recover something.
Would it be a weapon of sorts?
They didn't tell me. They just said that I'll know it when I see it.
Brosh just kind of lifts his head back in that sort of, and just, of course. Well, I've been adventuring with this lot for a while. Helped me get out from down below after, well, I don't know how much you heard, but it was literally just for being this.
Yes, I've never quite agreed with their methods or their decisions, but I'm one man against an entire world, so my word only means so much.
That is true, that is true. But one thing I remember your store has always inspired me about was the good one man can do for many.
Yes, one man can do quite a lot of good.
But I heard my companion over there ask, and well, he gestures to Theseus and Hawk. Those two are awfully friendly as it is.
Is he hurt?
No, he seems fine.
He's just exhausted, I guess. Is that why he's sitting down?
He's not sitting, he's leaning against the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, if you'd like to accompany us, I wouldn't mind helping out with whatever it was.
There is safety in numbers in a place like this. You know what I just
There are
realized?
safety numbers in places where you wouldn't even expect it to matter.
I have a crossbow.
I have crossbow.
And Brotch is just kind of there's just this kind of half grin just plastered on his face the whole time, which Andros, from his angle, can probably see. Because, yeah, for Bratsu, it's
Not at that angle.
yeah, it's just that he's restraining himself, but he's just kind of elated to see this man who looks younger than Bratsu looks, but they're very much talking like Bratsu is the much younger one.
Yes. By appearances, he is definitely younger than any one of you, but
Except maybe Hawk.
no, he's...
I'm
Well, maybe Hawk, actually.
I'm
All things
22.
considered, Andros is quite young for an elf, so...
Hawk is a baby face.
Yeah, I was about to say Hawk is
I
Hawk.
grew up without parents. I have held on to my childhood this long.
I can say... Stop. No.
Okay.
But yeah, if you'd like to join us, I mean, might as well. I guess even if you guys introduce yourselves to your temporary fellows in this. And Roger kind of half turns to the party, like, yeah, working together. Like that's just the look plastered on his face.
I want you to know in my notes, I wrote Ebel joins the party and then drew a little Pokeball.
I suppose you may all call me a Bile. I am one of the Order of the Tome's most senior members at this point. And I'm here on my mission. Though it seems you all have one as well.
A similar recovery mission, even.
Let's hope it doesn't come to blows then. You know how the Order is about their recovery.
I mean, Brooks is just very like, I can't see it coming to that between us.
Alright. Hawk.
Give me 1 second. And done. Okay, I just had to write that the Order of Tomes likes to get violent if they don't get what they want.
Oh, and something if you didn't know, Bratsu's former Order of the Tome.
I'm just gonna peer around the other corner, and as I'm walking around, I ask Ebale if we need to fight anybody else like that, and I point at the people at his feet. Do you know if there are any more of those in this cave?
I am unsure, but given the heavy aura of death here, there's a good chance that we will have to fight at least something. And speaking of, as you move into the next area, can you give me a perception check?
Absolutely.
And I will... Oops, that's the wrong tab. That's also the wrong tab. I'm having a hell of a time finding the thing I'm looking for.
Name your token.
It was the tab, not the token, that was giving me problems.
I like that story. Are we all doing perception, or is it just Hawk?
Just Hawk, because he's moving on ahead. Okay. So, as you move into the next area and take a look, you can see that this might have acted as a forward base at some point. There are palisades set up. Wow, no, that's wrong. What the heck? So I gotta do it this way. There we go. So there's one here, here, here. There's also what looks like a bunch of rotten crates of food. Use this one instead. Yeah, there's some rotten crates of food there. But you also see, crouched behind one of the palisades, is some sort of an undead figure. And it seems to be moving and watching you.
Oh,
Let's see.
Did I give
a little.
Yes, I did. Good.
Hey, Brock2, more of those things right there. And I just point at the boxes. Based off of how they haven't jumped us yet, I think they're waiting for us to go to them.
Okay, am I allowed to respond, or are we
Yeah, go
gonna
ahead.
just-
Yeah,
Okay.
you're allowed to respond.
About to just kind of slowly draw his. Actually, won't draw the battle axe. He'll draw his hammer and go. Well, we could always try to surprise them ourselves. Force them to jump and try to come to us.
Theseus, you got a plan as I pass over my initiative?
Theseus will slide out his wand of Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm down with ambush.
Can it really be considered an ambush at this point?
I mean, it's not a good ambush, but
I was about to say it's more trying to strike first.
Strike first. Strike hard.
that's the spirit.
Cobra Kai.
Okay. Is someone gonna do something, or?
Well, there's also Maple.
I mean, I was just, not expecting we were going into combat and still talking with what's his face.
Or it's a whole dynamic situation. There is talking, there is preparation for fight, there is many things.
I mean,
Don't mind
don't pull
that.
out the rifle. Just, keep it ready.
Have we tried negotiating with the
Can I just for fun, can Abel try to conceal herself in the lights of the sunrise?
Sure, you can make a stealth check at a -5 because there is a light source pretty close to you.
And you hide in plain sight. God damn.
Like,
Ooh, ignore that. Well, you feel pretty hidden.
well, I don't like just being pretty hidden.
What about pretty and hidden?
Oh, shoot, you shouldn't have.
Alright. So you hide yourself as best you can. And then just wait for it all to start.
Yeah, probably, rest. Like, as best as possible, steadying myself, and then, should anything happen, would be easier to shift the gun.
Sure. And Andros.
Oh.
Hello.
So I've noticed that those guys have taken a fairly offensive stance then.
Yeah, and you've also probably heard them talking about the one that they see.
I'd like to move up to here.
Yep.
I would like to properly scrutinize the thing behind the barricade.
Okay. You want
See
to...
if it,
Go ahead.
like, see if it is, like, reacting directly to us or if it's just mindless.
Okay. Are you making... What are you doing for that? Making a perception check, or are you just trying to observe it?
A perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, up to double digits.
It seems pretty mindless. If it were aware that you were talking about it, it probably would have jumped already.
Well. You know what? Heck it. I am going to call upon my biggest powers and cast Gravity Bow.
Okay.
In short, Lodge. And
Is it time for Lorge?
no, it's time for the Gravity Bow. It's time for Eloria to be large. Leave
So-
me alone.
So in short, try rolling.
What?
Oh, you're casting a spell.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
you...
does that usually trigger?
What?
Oh,
What?
I thought Gary was getting at roll initiative.
No.
No, Gravity Bow is a personal spell.
Yeah, for 1 minute per level.
You said try rolling, and I was like, oh,
Never
roll for
mind.
initiative?
Never mind. Don't worry about it. He's
Oh, I
big.
see.
He's big.
No, I'm not. Why would you do this to me? I'm not
I
big.
didn't do anything.
Who
Big.
made? Oh wait, I changed. Really? Is that how it's working now? It's annoying because I have to change my size in order for a lawyer to register as a large weapon. Unless I had did that. Oh no, I think I did that in the thing. Don't worry, carry on.
Alright. So you're gonna cast Gravity Bow and then... Ow! Claws.
Yeah, Gravity Bro.
And then Bratu.
Okay. Since, again, this thing really isn't reacting to us, brought to, is gonna just say, look at Theseus and Andros, and say, you guys are ready to fire, right?
I am ready. Ready with the artillery.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'll go be a SpongeBob now.
But, getting confirmation or no confirmation if Andros doesn't feel like saying anything.
Oh, he's just readying himself just in case, like, it comes at us.
Batu's gonna clearly ready himself to make the first move, and I actually want to. How sturdy do these barricades look?
Do you have engineering trained?
I do.
I don't.
Then give me an intelligence check.
I'm above average at that.
We all above average.
I think so.
Considering.
Yeah.
They don't look too particularly sturdy. They've rotted over the years.
Basically seeing if I were to throw my hammer, could I throw it through it to hit them and open up the cover for them?
You
for
could
my arched range boys.
you could try. Okay, Thor.
Listen, just because I have a magic item that allows me to have a thunder ability on a crit does not mean I'm Thor.
Given returning and it hurts.
But, yeah, I want to basically fly to 30 and just and not really. I mean, I'm just flying to just be above the ground to try to make a little less noise, I guess.
Well,
And as I get into that spot, throw the hammer through the barricade into him.
well, first, as you enter that space, the one you didn't see is going to use its readied action to make a single attack against you. So, what is your flat-footed AC?
I'm flat-footed.
Oh god.
Well, crit, but my flat-footed is still higher than that crit. 27.
Okay. Well, it also has sneak attack, so...
Hold up, I think I have something for that sneak attack.
You have fortification, I think.
Which is a percentage.
I mean, I have absorb blow. Yeah, I'm actually going to spend a mythic power and just use absorb blow, which when you take hit point damage from a single sword,
Yes.
like this.
Mm-hmm. You take
5
5.
per tier, so 10 of that damage from his
Okay.
great sword is just no.
Well, there's more
Because
to
we're
it.
in second tier of mythic, right?
There's more to it.
There's more to that. I also need you to roll a fortitude save.
Okay. Is this a fear effect?
No.
Okay.
That 4 had me scared for you for a second.
Oh, you were thinking my rolls were going to
So-
do what they usually do?
So, as the other undead is going to lunge at you from its hiding place, its blade is going to strike into you, even though you absorb part of the blow. You are going to very momentarily lose your sight, only for it to quickly recover. And then, now, everyone will roll initiative.
Oh,
And you will roll your attack.
okay.
I wish I had dark vision or something.
I wish I had dark vision or something. That's not what I wanted.
I'm glad I got this attack off. Oh, jeez.
I'm upset with you, Maple. You beat me by 1 because you rolled a 20.
Hawk, why are you complaining when how often you've ended up at the bottom, regardless of your initiative score?
I want to be at the top, damn it.
So make your... Baratu, go ahead and make your attack roll.
After I'm no longer deaf.
Plus bounces.
Combat. Yep. Oh, and would I get a swift action during this?
No.
I would not. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Oh, that's cool.
It says range
That's-
melee, but I actually don't know how to make it the short range that it has.
That's cool that that shows it up finally now. It shouldn't show you those details, but it does, apparently.
Details.
We don't see any details.
Oh, it only shows it to me. Okay, cool.
And me, I guess.
Well, it shows who... It's showing me who Bratu's targeting and then, like, the AC and stuff.
Oh, that's gonna be all that.
But since you're attacking through the palisade,
It is more about trying to destroy the palisade in front of him, and if I hit him, even if it's for less damage, that's fine.
Let me check something real fast.
I believe you have to pick one or the other.
When you throw something through, I was
Well,
asking how strong it was.
even with the rotted wood, I mean, you're able to break the palisade to remove its cover, but you're not able to actually hit it. The wood was just a little too sturdy for you to get through. But this one is exposed now. So its cover is blown.
Doesn't trigger any readied actions from our people.
It didn't ready any actions.
Yeah, no one readied any actions.
I'm sorry.
Well, it'll still put us at the top of the order with Maple.
That's fine.
Yep.
I mean, I still accomplished what I wanted to do.
I'm probably gonna take a 5-foot step closer
Okay.
when I break the right things to move. And then I'm going to target the one rattle exposed. And do a full round attack.
Sure.
With what? Some misfire chances or something?
Misfire is if you roll a 1. Or I think because you're using a musket, a 1 or a 2.
But I still have to move closer then because it's in another range increment? Or
And you can just take the penalty for the range increment.
Yeah, it's a minus 2.
It's only if the dice itself is a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
so, or
Yeah, and you just fire at a minus 2 and don't hit their touch AC instead.
that's the attack roll bonus.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know how to pull the.
So when you fire, there will be just in the attack roll bonus, just put minus 2.
Okay,
That's what you need to do.
Yep. It will automatically. And you were firing at this one that's just been exposed.
Yeah, I didn't know how to target.
Control
There's a thing
click.
that says, yeah, there's a thing that says select targets where you can just click on it too.
Okay, so it's going to take... Whoa, okay. They changed how all this looks. So it's going to take full damage from both shots because it's mindless and can't actually save against that. So it'll take full damage from both shots as you loudly pull your rifle out and fire 2 shots into the armored undead. And you watch as the Aasimar leaning against the wall is going to momentarily cover one of his ears and like blink himself clear. Hawk.
It's time to do that thing that I really like to do. And it's run and punch. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70.
Yep.
I have more. I want to stop here.
I was about to say, we don't know where the others are, although we know
I
there's
have
probably others.
Plus 4 AC against attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
So, my AC is effectively 32.
Yeah, they miss. Yeah.
I'm going to make 1 strike against both of them. Single attack. I crit.
Yes.
And then a single attack against the second one. We're just going in order, so this one first, this one second.
Okay. I don't think undead are immune to crits.
I think some are, but I
Yeah.
don't remember which ones.
I don't think it's a part of their type though.
Can you maybe mute while you're doing
Can you stop dying, please? Thanks. Yeah, they are not immune to crits.
Okay,
as
my
a
chest
general.
just hurts.
So we'll apply the 38, and then we'll apply the 20. Okay.
Is the critical damage adding the 20 from the base?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 20 and then
now-
18 more.
Okay. I move back in to take my standard action to do 2 more punches. Or it's 1 punch, right? Because
It's
I don't
one
get
punch.
My bad. Okay. However, as a swift action, I can expend a hero, a mythic point, to take another standard action, so I will make 2 attacks.
Sure.
Okay. Bam. Single. Bam.
Yeah, both of those are gonna hit.
Bonk and bonk.
Bonk and bonk indeed.
Who needs flurry of blows, am I right?
Which is just gonna cause it to collapse into a pile of armor and bones.
My turn is over.
Alright, Andros.
a quick question. Would taking a 5-foot step up, like flying 5 feet up, negate that cover?
It's standing up already, so its cover is gone.
Works for me. I am spell striking acid splash as a part of a 4-round attack.
Man, don't burn your big spell slots already.
Sorry, is there a problem here? So that's the spell strike. I'll roll acid splash as well,
Oh, I forgot to do targeting.
and then I'll roll Aloria's full attack, which is rapid shot.
Little baby 3 points of damage. Oh wow, that was a lot of low rolls.
Just
23, 26, 29. Okay.
did the acid splash hit it?
Yes, the acid splash. Everything hit it.
I missed my Dexter damage. I just want you to know that.
Well, you made a decision. You gotta,
I did.
you gotta suffer.
I don't like this new system because it doesn't show me the what I'm rolling for damage.
Sure, it
I don't
does.
know if Gravity Bow's on. Oh no, there it is. 1d10. Gravity Bow has not worked properly.
Well,
Your
heck.
damage is a d10 plus 2 for your enhancement bonus.
Okay, but it should be a 2d8.
Well, heck.
Or sorry, a 2d6 rather, because Gravity Bow knocks me to the next range increment. So it's the next size increment rather.
Okay, well,
I mean, we'll take it. That's fine. I still need to work out how to fix this.
this one's going to move up and make a full round against Baratu. This is against your flat-footed.
I am still flat-footed.
You are flat-footed until your turn in combat, yes.
Well, neither hits. 27.
Okay, so neither hits, and then it's your turn.
Well, she was just gonna kind of turn to him. And these things look like they're mainly bone, mainly flesh. What do they look
They're
like? after
mostly skeletons.
that? Okay. Gonna be sticking with my hammer, and I'm going to bonk.
Sure.
I will move. Oh God. No, hurt that. Do that. Just gonna move right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not in the way of any of the range fire, and Hawk can still easily flank it with me if needed. But he's probably gonna find more people. then just going to. Actually, just gonna do full round attack with it.
Sure. Yeah, that's gonna destroy it. Pretty efficiently. You'll
Hey,
knock
at least
its
everything
knock its head right off of its shoulders.
Hey, at least everything I'm hitting is getting destroyed, even if it's just a palisade.
Yeah.
That works.
And it doesn't seem that anything else is ready to leap out at you.
I have an idea, but I need more information about the palisades. Are
Oh.
they like stuck into the ground wooden spikes, or are they a movable?
They're a movable barricade.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. What if we take these barricades and we use them to push through the cave, so we have like mobile cover?
I kind of like that idea.
Is there anyone here
Like-
other than me strong enough to move these like that?
I'd like to
Yes,
use the
maybe
mage hand to smack Hawk on the back of the head.
What was that for?
If I just
Yeah.
consider these barricades to be doors, I can shove them wherever we need to put them.
I don't think that's quite how that works.
If only they were considered to be doors.
I think
Also, I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Should my vision be centered on Hawk?
Yes, because you don't have your own light source.
Okay.
I like that though.
I
Hawk.
thought you had low light vision.
He's
No,
human
I'm
like you.
human.
Yeah, but I thought you had like some spell effect or something.
No, I just have a potion of it.
I thought you also could learn dark vision. I guess you just don't have it prepared.
Big eye under Oz, small eye.
Trying to fix something, leave me alone.
Alright.
You had it fixed for a second there, but then it was
No.
small again.
No, it's the I'm trying to fix the size damage bonus for gravity bow.
So. You knock the head off of the other white, and everything seems to quiet down.
I think I fixed it.
So if I
shit, sorry.
pick up one of these palisades, how heavy is it?
I did. Can you remove that, please?
Probably. I'd say each one's probably about 30 pounds.
That should be within my weight. Like,
But it takes 2 hands to carry it.
I don't need hands.
Well,
I'll help you carry it.
I'm just going to watch this and shake my head.
30 pounds is like really light down there.
Yeah, but if I add 30 pounds to my weight, if I go above heavy, I lose all of my monk abilities.
you take penalties usually just for being heavy, most of the time.
I'll help you carry it. Then it'll only be 15 pounds.
What's your strength score, Theseus?
My strength score is a 12.
Okay, this is better than I thought.
I think it was worse when he was older.
Yeah, I mean, technically you could help carry it, but then you also don't have access to your hands.
I mean,
Until we put
I'm not
it
gonna-
down.
yeah, we're gonna put it down and then I'll fire from behind it.
Sure.
Is dropping it like an action or something?
I mean, if you're just dropping it, no.
Edit. Let's make it 30 pounds. Cool. I'm just in medium load now.
But
Sure. So the two of you pick up one of the palisades.
while they're doing that, Artie's gonna turn to Andros and be like, "How actually useful is them trying to give us mobile cover? You're the one with the... I feel like using the term engineering is a bit meta, but I know Bratu knows Andros has that type of knowledge.
Andros is just gonna shrug and say, "Well, if it makes them feel better, just let them do it."
This is for you.
I
made this for you. I made it because I love you. If you don't get the reference, then you don't know.
I don't know.
It rings a bell, but my memory is shoddy. I think I knew at one
Kool-Aid.
point.
Anyway,
I think we should move on.
yes.
Yeah.
And I promise I will put this to good use because I am the artillery wizard.
But yes, it'll be good for the artillery wizard to have cover for, but for me it's a little less so.
It's a little too late. Sure. Okay. So you pick up the palisade and begin moving it around.
Ratu, grab that one.
The only other thing in this room is the crates of rotting food.
Is it just a crate of rotting food?
And do you want to go investigate it?
Yes, I will put my filter mask over my nose and have a peep in.
On top of one of the closed crates, there is a medallion that reads Beloved Lunaim on one side, and then has a crest of a noble house on the other.
Can you... out of my notes done. Can you spell name for me?
No, I'm not allowed to.
The Azumar says Luminame. Cool.
Yeah.
I would to temporarily cast Detect Magic on myself to see if it is magical.
It is not.
And this place is what, Honor's End? Honor's Rest?
Yes, Honor's Rest.
Do keep in mind that you can just hand me anything and I can tell you if it smells magical.
It's true. But I have these cantrips, I may as well use them.
That's fair.
Jesus,
If it's a
no,
cantrip,
no.
then that's fine.
Is there...
pretty overloaded?
So I will pick up the medallion and then I will see if there's anything worthwhile inside the very lovely and enjoyable crate.
Unless you have a use for rotting meat, probably not. It's just a lot of bad food.
Not even Fleshcrafting has a use for that, so...
If you're doing it ethically, no.
No, I can't use it. It has to be fresh.
If you're doing it ethically, no.
No, it has to be
I know,
fresh.
I'm-
Rotting meat doesn't count.
Yes, I'm
Golem, perhaps?
flesh golem.
The rotting flesh.
It's gotta be
golem.
a fresh golem.
Anyway,
Alright.
Yeah, I think we should move on.
Did I ruin the fun?
Gotta go to my local deli for construction equipment.
okay.
Why can't I flesh craft my subway?
Brought to
Salami golem.
What do you? What?
I'm not gonna pick the other one up. I'm just gonna say, if we're gonna be carrying that, we probably only need one. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a hassle. And I do,
Well, it's
as I
already
start
a
to move. He's going with, like Andros said, they want to do it. Let them do it. It's not like we can stop these two ever, anyways.
I mean, I could. But
You
still.
could try. You could probably easily stop me.
I was wanting to do this very tactically, but if you think it's a waste of effort, I can put down the barricade.
Well, none of what I said was in character to begin with.
I mean, I will answer that with this. You saw how easily Brodru broke it.
Well, mindless. I mean, brought you actually counter that one, let's say. Well, mindless undead may not even try, but.
You broke the barricade, really? What's that got to do with the undead?
It'll protect from, like, crossbow bolts.
Oh, yeah?
It'll also be good if it triggers traps before we do.
I like the oh yeah.
Okay, bro.
Non-magical both bolts.
We could just disarm the trap before triggering.
Oh my god.
But what if we don't see
How-
it?
Look, guys, let them carry it. We'll just move on from here. We have things to do.
Yeah, and that Brad is in agreement with Andros on that of just letting them do it. And as Brad starts to move forward, he's going to look back to see how Ibile is handling, or how he's basically been reacting to all this.
He's just watching you all curiously. He seems to, his hands have left his weapon at this point, and they're just kind of held in front of him. But his thumb will occasionally rub across the ring on his left hand. But he doesn't seem to... He doesn't show any particular, like, feelings one way or the other about what's going on.
Alright.
Just finding amusement where he can.
Well, I'm gonna move ahead and just peep around and see if there's anything noteworthy, like other undead or traps.
Sure. So,
Let's give it a walk. We're the one with armor plating.
well, why don't you give me a perception check as you move in and start looking around?
We're getting slowly higher.
Wow. You actually see things for once.
Sad.
So, moving in, you take a look around. And this room appears to probably at one point have been some sort of command station. There's rotted wood support beams that probably haven't been replaced or examined in a few decades that seem like they're still holding the roof up, but you could probably breathe on them hard enough and they'd fall over. There's also, you know, tables, furniture, cabinets, other sort of amenities that probably made this a semi-livable place at one point. But now all that really hits you is the scent of decay and rotting wood. Most anything of value is long gone from here, but as you move deeper in, so I'd say you probably move about there, you can...
That allows me to see basically everything.
Yes.
See all the way down here.
You can see in the wall there is some sort of a case sticking out of it just slightly. Like you can see a little flash of lead. This path over here, whereas the rest of this cave seems intentionally carved, this area looks as if it's been blasted open rather than carved open.
Fun. Well, I will advise the creatures below
Creatures below.
that I am going to head up and check out something that I've seen. As far as I'm aware, there is no traps. There doesn't appear to be anything shambling around.
Correct.
I will
Beyond us.
move up there and take a peep.
Okay. So, embedded in the wall is a long lead case. It doesn't seem like it's stuck in there. You could probably just pull it out.
Does my knowledge of engineering tell me why it's made of lead?
Your knowledge of
I'm good
engineering...
Sorry, I have a good idea why out of character, but in character I don't.
Your knowledge of engineering wouldn't really help you here. There's no, like, logistical reason as far as engineering is concerned that it would be made of lead instead of another metal.
Any of my other knowledge has helped me on working out why it's made of lead.
It'd probably be Arcana would help you here.
Hey, look, I have that knowledge.
It's probably made out of lead to hide any magical auras inside of it.
That is what I thought. Well, I will pry the case made out of heavy metal from its cubby.
You gonna headbang while you do it?
Hell yeah. As I'm doing so, I would like to inspect it to see if it is trapped in any specific way.
Sure, go ahead.
That's perception again.
Yeah.
Also not 20, huh?
There doesn't appear to be any traps.
I see through it, regardless of whether it's made of lead or not.
Yes, you see the pixels that you are and panic.
No, that's not. No, it's gone. So I would like to start to wander back, and as I do, I will begin the task of opening.
It's not too hard to open. The case is probably about 8 feet long and 1.5 feet wide as you walk over and find the latch and undo it. The interior doesn't match the item that's sitting inside of it. So as you're looking at it, the indentations in it all seem to match the shape of an axe of some sort, yet the thing that's sitting inside of it is an adamantine katana that seems to have inscriptions in Dwarven on it.
I don't think. Of course, you'd bring up fucking Dwarven when my dwarf isn't here. Beat him. I suppose as I'm carrying on with this, I will cast Detect Magic and I guess attempt to identify it.
It is magical, so you can attempt to identify it.
Yay! I get to use my other big modifier. So that's a 32.
It is a keen +2.
A keen +2 adamantine katana.
Yes.
Somebody wasn't fucking around. Well,
Sitting under it as well, there is a letter.
Our companion has a katana, yes?
Yes.
And I don't believe I've seen any of us have the bearing for such a weapon.
Correct.
If nobody complains, I will offer the case to the man whose name I forgot, the Azima, and slip out the letter so I can read it as I do so.
Okay. He's gonna reject the katana. Just his seems a little bit better.
Fair enough.
As for the letter, it's written in Dwarvish.
For fuck's sake.
Is
I'm
there?
just gonna sigh, and then I'll just pass it off to Bratu, who's standing right next to me. Say, can you read this?
I'll take the. So the letters in Dwarvish. What with the katana? Was there an inscription on the katana?
On the
or-
blade.
Yes. There's also
Okay.
Dwarven.
What is the inscription? Well, first we want to see what the inscription says, but yes, I also want to read the letter.
Okay. So the side that is currently facing up seems to read, "May you never be needed." As for the letter, it's addressed to an individual called Fardir Munguk.
That's a last name.
Yeah.
So it's like a sealed letter then.
Yes. There is a seal on the back of it, a wax seal.
As I inspect it, I would like to turn around and see if there's runes on the other side.
On the other side of the blade. Yeah, you flip it over, and there is more runes.
Say the same thing.
No, the other side just says Honor's Rest.
Well, I will make a wonderful show of sliding the entire case with the katana into my hand. Yeah, I was like, I love this kind of stuff. Just making an 8-foot case disappear into a nice compact compartment is great.
Poof.
With a
But,
little training, I might be able to use that katana.
Have
These,
exotic weapon questions.
I think Theseus was also about to say something.
Sorry.
I could use that adamantium.
So could Andros.
It's good
Like-
for the adamantine.
As Andros places it in the haversack, he will mention that if we do not find its owner, then we can discuss crafting potential.
Well, as they're doing all that, do I recognize the seal that is on this? I do have knowledge history, if that'll help.
This would be a nobility, not a history.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch. And
Yeah.
Andrew, I was about to
Given that
say,
I'm effectively reading over his shoulder, give me a sec.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's not good.
This is dwarven nobility. You are very unfamiliar with it.
I'll just say, well, it looks like it's from
Could
a
I
noble dwarven
make-
house.
Can I make a knowledge I was gonna say before, gave the result, if I could make a knowledge history check to support his knowledge nobility check due to my knowledge of dwarven history, combined skills.
It wouldn't really help. You would need to also be making a nobility check because this is specifically knowledge of noble houses.
Oh, damn. Okay.
This isn't general history knowledge. This is specifically about like noble houses.
Oh, and this letter seems how old?
The letter itself is probably 50, 60 years old. Judging by the way the wax seal is starting to crumble.
Oh shit, that's actually not that old for dwarves.
Well, this is
And it
a
was
fun
with,
thing.
and it was with the sword, correct?
Yes.
Nabratu is actually just going to directly ask Abiel and say, or Abiel, do you happen to remember anyone by the name of? He's going to say the name that's who the letter's addressed to.
Wow.
That one of the dwarven houses might have sent something to.
The only time I've heard that name before was when they were planning on establishing an outpost out here. I wasn't involved in that. I wasn't part of any order at the time, so your guess is as good as mine.
Sorry, quick out of character question. Double threat range would make that a 16 to 20?
Yes.
Thank you.
And he's gonna just try to say, well, come across. Well, if that's the case, there might. Let's keep the sword on us. We might find the person who this was supposed to go to somewhere in here. And so, as such, Brachu is actually going to take the letter and put it in one of Andros' side pouches.
He's gonna smack you. He's gonna smack your hand and put it in the case with the katana where it belongs.
We already put the case up.
Yes,
So-
and I have the ability to take it back out again. That's how these things work.
I know, Bratu's just trying to, put it in the pouch and move on.
Anyway, that would be the end of my initiative for this,
Yeah.
and probably Bratu's too, honestly.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll go to Hawk.
I guess I'll just look forward a little bit. I'm just gonna hug this wall over here.
Okay.
Here around.
So as you move around, you get a better look at that room there. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. I suck.
You hear something moving around in there, but you can't see anything.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell everybody I hear something moving ahead. And then pass my turn.
Okay. That'll bring it to Theseus.
Walk up and I'll join Hawk at the corner here, I suppose.
Okay.
Ooh.
I still got my wand of Scorching Ray out.
Okay.
Ready to poke it up a vampire's nose when they come around the corner.
How much does the case and katana weigh together? Well, it's 6 pounds for the katana.
It's probably about 9 pounds in total.
Cool. Alright. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So you're gonna move up, and that's that?
Yeah.
Alright.
How
Maple.
many minutes have passed?
Well, I'm gonna.
2 or 3.
Here. And then,
We'll say 2.
down yonder.
Okay, so you're gonna peek down into that room.
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
Alright, I also need to figure out how to remove that, but that's for another second.
So there's not a whole lot in this room. This is where the corridor was clearly blasted open. But you do see in the walls there are some rough gemstones that appear to be primarily onyx.
She'll keep that for herself for a moment without shouting. Honestly.
Okay.
Sure, gonna go bang, but that is not good when it is too bad. And there is skittering. I think that's mostly it, unless you can turn towards where the skittering came from.
The noise is coming from up in here.
Yeah.
And without getting much closer, it'd be hard to see anything.
Yeah, which is fine. She just wanted to, kind of look up there and then still keep an eye out towards the onyx crystals in case something comes from down there.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Okay.
Quick question though. Is there a way to refresh the token?
You would have to.
Drag it down.
You should be able to just change the appearance, and it should automatically update.
Right click and click the settings on your token.
Go back. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, I gotta check something really fast. It's 40 feet.
Oh no, it was just to make sure.
And then
It's not
from
really
there.
good.
So that is where you're stopping, right, Maple?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we come to Andros. Why is that token wrong? Why is it like this?
It's a big leaf that's also...
Big
Big.
leaf.
I hope it was like when you said that one.
We are being attacked by leaf.
Big lion.
He's eminent.
It's fucking eminent. Give me a second. I have to give this the correct token because nothing can ever go right.
Party's next opponent is fake marijuana.
Big pot. Their next big foe is capitalism.
Oh no.
Why are we
Look,
doing
I'm
this?
perfectly equipped to handle capitalism.
Okay. There we go.
What stage?
So, Maple, as you are standing there observing the other tunnel, you watch as out of the corner of your eye this shifting monstrosity is going to come into the corner of your view that is a towering combination of ectoplasmic flesh, horns, and a tremendous scythe-like claw.
Was that down from the tent?
That is up to the north. And it doesn't seem to notice you right away.
Can I act out of initiative?
Ah!
Flashbang!
What did you do?
Why is it so? Who's fucking around with sight?
Why did you change the color?
It's beautiful.
It's not beautiful. Turn it back.
Oh god, it's so bright.
It was briefly
because it is
beautiful, but I
bright
went
light.
blind.
That's all you got to see.
Oh god, I made it worse.
Is that a little better?
Now it's yellow. Oh, okay.
There we go.
It's cursed.
Yeah, but I fixed it so it's actually producing a little bit of bright and dim for the rest of the way.
Maple, what did you say before we were all flashbanged?
Can I act out of turn and go up and softly hold on to Hulk's shoulder, start playing that motion?
Sure. Sure.
In which case, maybe we'll do that and then put a hand on Hulk's shoulder and say, don't go in there.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on it.
Andros.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I see them whispering conspiratively?
Yes.
Cool. Why is... I don't want that. I don't want to suddenly explode. That would be awkward. Why? Stop
I
fiddling
have a
with
way
the
to
light
fix it.
radius.
I have a way to fix it. Hold on. Not
What's
fixing it.
happening?
How have you hijacked my light radius by doing that?
Oh god.
Ah,
It's not that bad.
it is.
Given the nature of the map, it's
Put it back to how it was, please.
Hulk peeks around the corner, starts strobing.
Andros, what are you doing?
Getting blinded by the massive radius around Theseus.
Excuse me. My radius is much smaller than what we were just dealing with.
Alright, so I'm going to zoom to about there. So I'm going to fly over here.
Okay. As you do, you will also see the monstrosity of flesh and horns and the scythe-like claw.
I'm going to assume that because we are this far away, and I'm seeing it with my low light vision, that it can't see us.
You may assume whatever you like.
Oh, that's helpful. Is this a knowledge religion check to try and identify it?
Yes.
I'm so glad for my headband.
This is what gets called often a daughter of the dead, or more often referred to as a daughter of Urgathoa.
Oh.
It-
Actually, I wasn't there for that, so I will iterate to everybody else that this is called exactly that, a daughter of Urgathoa. Which, if the Resolve was here, would ring bells. Because you guys killed one of the Pallid Angels.
Yes. And it seems to be unaware of your presence at the moment, though it seems to be moving towards you.
Is what
Moving
moving towards us? I can't see it.
I'm going to... Theseus, why are you radiating?
He's enraged.
I'm just going to tell Hawk to stop playing Snake. And just to back up a little bit, maybe closer to where I am. Fairly tempted.
Oh, good.
With the knowledge, with my would my recollection of provided by this headband tell me roughly how strong a daughter of Ergothar is? Is it to be feared?
It's pretty on par with you guys at the moment in terms of its power.
Well, in which case, I'm going to have a good time. What the fuck was that?
What's yawning?
Oh. I'm happy for you, I guess. Just so I'm completely clear, spell striking with a bow makes the range of the spell the same range as my bolts, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I would like to quickly tell everybody that I'm going to start shooting now. Good luck. What the fuck? No, you stop that. Let me have my fun.
I'm not stopping you.
Well, I will start with the spell strike. It goes plonk. I am spell striking Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
Excellent choice.
Where's her AC? Wow.
Can you please change the glass shattering sound? It kills my eardrums every time.
Let me do so after this. And no, that was supposed to be not a single. God damn it!
How loud do you have Foundry sound effects for it to be that bad?
Shit. It's supposed to be 2 other attacks, so I'm guessing I have to roll
Here.
them manually out.
Just roll it all again.
Okay. Thank you. There we go. I will. The Scorching Rays are attached to the Spell Strike attack, and Allure is a first attack.
Right. So that's a hit, a miss, and a hit. So all up it's going to be 10, 19, 33, 51. 62 points of damage. So,
Lay Hand did work, so
Hmm.
that's all good. I was making sure that my gravity bow was still in effect, which it is. So carry on.
Okay. So you're going to fire your weapon and send 2 of them with a ray of scorching energy. Not missing any resistances, am I? No, I didn't think so. Which is going to hit her, cause her to let out a guttural gurgle of pain, and turn to look at you all. Children, rise. And she's going to slam her normal hand into the nearby wall, causing 5 skeletons to rise up out of the ground. And I'm going to have to fix their tokens again, because... Here, let me actually do this the smart way really fast. View token. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me just a second. Killing my own suspense here.
There it is. Dead.
Scrolling. Because everything has gone.
One way you can make that glass shattering a lot less painful.
I've already
is if
removed
you
it,
go,
so it's not.
Well, for anyone else that might have it, if you go into global volume controls under the music thing,
I lowered interface already.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that should have lowered it a good bit.
I don't hear it.
The token I was using has vanished, question mark? I'm having a hell of a time here. Okay, there we go.
Actually, quick question.
No.
Because this was a surprise round, should that have gone against flat-footed AC?
That's... even against her flat-footed AC, that one still misses.
I was really hoping that I could get that extra 13 damage out.
I have to scroll again because I accidentally fucked it up. There we go.
Good job.
Select. Update. Okay. Now they're going to come out of the ground. 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to enter combat.
Reroll initiative?
Yes.
What's going on? Where are they? I hear noises. That way?
Yes, to the north.
This is like, do you see where those streaks of fire that I shot went? They're up there.
Bra 2 and... no.
Oh, damn it, Hawk.
Where's Theseus?
Is Theseus.
Did you roll? No?
Yeah,
Weird.
there it goes.
Oh, it's all the way north, Jesus.
There he is, right where he belongs.
The pet wizard right at the bottom of the order.
Theseus deserves better than this.
Alright.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't had to do anything today.
Well, Hawk, I guess that means you're up first.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Fucking sonic boom, and then there's an empty space.
What does Desecrator do again?
45, 50. Then this
He's
will
gonna
be
get himself
60,
cornered.
65, 70, 85, 90, 100, 105. I would like to use a mythic tier point to increase my speed by 10 feet. Boop, boop.
Sure.
And that lasts an hour. And it's not any action on my part to do so.
Sure, they will all take their various attack rolls at you.
Oh dear, one of them's crit you. And confirmed.
Everyone except the daughter will make an attack roll. I think the crit is the only thing that, like, actually is going to hit you here.
I gave myself low light just so I can do the targeting for these attacks. Does anything beat 32?
Only the double confirmed crit.
Well, that's dumb. They rolled 2 20s.
So you'll take 20 points of damage.
Ow.
Otherwise, it'll all miss.
Alright, so let's go down the line, shall we?
Oh, wait, you said the number was 32, right?
Yes.
Let me just... Sorry, I forgot to add a bonus that's supposed to be there. Yeah, okay, they still miss.
Alright, attack once against this guy. Then we target this guy. Did the large creature try an opportunity
She did
attack as
not.
well? They did not. Okay. Those dice were real jiggly for a second.
Wibbly wobbly dicey wicey.
In that case, as I pass by them, I would like to use my standard action to just hit them once. The big angel in the back.
Sure.
The daughter.
That was almost a crit.
Alright.
There are a lot of guys back there.
There are a lot of guys back there.
Well, when I shot, there was only one.
Okay.
Shooting made them be a lot.
That's the end of my turn.
Yes. So this one's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bratu, you hear the commotion rather than see anything.
Lovely.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just... It's all good.
And it's my turn now.
Yes.
Okay. I
You
mean,
have 60 feet of flat, don't you?
no. Or 30.
You can run.
That'll get you 90 feet of movement.
Yeah, and nothing else.
Alright.
Ah, did not mean to do that. I guess hearing that they have done God knows what.
I just shot something.
Yes, because you just do anything.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I guess I'll have to run. I don't have any other option.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think there's a way to move double my movement speed. It's a triple or normal, isn't it?
Pretty much.
What is going on with Theseus' token?
Theseus has gone fucking high, man.
What the fuck?
Okay. So you're going to fly.
Actually, no, I was just gonna move normally.
Well, then move.
The end result's still the same, right?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna move, the full 90 feet, because I don't think that's fully 90 feet. $85. Pretty close. I'm going to move over there and get to the far wall. Buckler up,
Mhm.
hammer in a hand, to see what the fuck is going on.
Okay. So you come over and see the mutated humanoid figure and the several risen skeletons.
Oh, lovely. And if I'm doing a full round action, I cannot do a swift, correct?
You can take a swift action as part of a full round.
Oh, it's perfect.
Well, I know having to run, sprint, whatever this is, that's a full round, isn't it?
Yes, as part of a full round action, you can still take a swift action.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, as a swift action, okay. As a swift, I'm going to just issue a challenge
Okay.
at the
Skeleton, the daughter.
whatever she is.
The daughter of Agathon.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
I'm going to issue challenge at her as a swift action.
All right.
And I would like, as a free action, I'm going to spend a point of resolve to use battlefield strategist.
Resolve isn't here.
Huh. It would be a standard action, but at any point resolve to make it a free action, and I'm going to have to give an ally within 30 feet a move action.
Okay.
Hey, Hawk,
Yeah.
you want to move more?
Is that even a question?
Well, you get a free move action right now.
No, so
Isn't it?
it requires a move action to perform. It's basically specifying in that ability that spending the resolve is a free action.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I saw the first move action. My brain thought it was just repeating it.
No, it's a standard action normally. It's a move action if you spend a point of resolve.
Okay. Well, in that case, actually, I can't do it. That's fine.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I just do the challenge.
Alright.
But means I can probably do it next turn.
15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. Ebile is going to run over as well, drawing his katana.
I wish I was more than 30 feet, or I would have tried to stun him.
Alright. I need a 20-foot burst. If I put that there... they don't all need to get hit. So, as a swift action, she is going to spend one of her mythic powers to unleash a burst of negative energy centered on her and her undead. I think it's...
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's 5d6 plus 4, no, plus 5, which is going to, ooh, that was a big heal, is going to heal all of them 25. In addition, for the next 2 rounds, they are all going to benefit from haste. Going through and healing them. Then, with her move action, including her increased speed, she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, she really doesn't even need the extra speed. She's going to move forward. And... as her standard action, she's going to make a single attack against Hawk.
Okay.
That is also going to be a power attack. Why is that? Oh, that doesn't go okay, because it's not two-handed, right? She is going to make this a vital strike as well. So,
Battle strike, just stand it.
yes,
Damn.
that's what vital strike is for.
That's
So she's going to add a... It's... Well, she's just going to make 2 separate attacks and then add them together if they hit. This is not include...
Okay. Go ahead, sorry.
This is not including the +1 from haste, so it's a 29 and a 24 against Hawk.
The 29 is a hit. The
Okay.
24 is not.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, you are not immune to diseases, correct?
No. Because
Okay.
I'm an alcoholic.
So I will need a fortitude save from you, as the claw is going to rip into your flesh. Oh. So,
Does it count as a poison?
this is a disease.
Fuck.
And even the +2 would not have made it. So, as the claw...
What type of save against diseases was Fortitude?
This is a fortitude.
Okay. Yes, I can use... I'm going to spend some Bountiful Resolve for Ignore the Pain. So he gets... It's Fortitude or Will saves. It does not affect Reflex.
Okay, so he can roll again.
Yes.
Okay. So
20?
that is just under the save, unfortunately.
Does
Oh.
not Bountiful Resolve give a +2?
Does what?
Does Bountiful Resolve not give a +2?
Well, no, it just allows me to use something I can normally use only on myself, on someone
That's
else.
another one.
Let me just... Now I gotta check. That's Greater Resolve. We don't care about Greater Resolve.
He's using specifically the pain.
Yes.
There it is.
Which allows me to use,
Yeah.
in this case, it would be Determine.
Yeah,
Not Determine,
so-
Resolute.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that would be just under the save, which would afflict you with the bubonic plague.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
So immediately, you are going to become fatigued and suffer 1d4 con damage. That could only have been slightly worse. So you'll suffer 3 points of constitution damage and become fatigued.
Attributes, damage to Constitution. 3, not 30.
You die instantaneously.
And how much damage was it?
You took...
14.
Yeah. Yeah, they were both 14. Okay, and that will end her turn.
Isis, what is happening to you?
She'll bring us to Anderos.
You need to see a doctor?
What is going on? What the hell?
On that note, I guess, because this is my fault, I'm just going to quickly see if I can resolve the issue in a nice manner. And I am going to cast Fireball centered upon that middle dude,
Okay.
because I can do that.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Fireball.
Okay.
How did that... Look at all the ones!
Yep. Not just that. There's only one that's up, and that's even above a 3.
It's upsetting. Three of them saved.
Yeah, so 3 of the skeletons will take half damage, and the rest will take full. So,
Yes. Additionally, for my turn, I'm going to quickly brush up on my knowledge of my arcane pool. I apologize. I'm going to take a step back and spend, I think it's 2 points, to add Flaming Burst onto Aloria,
okay.
and then get rid of that. And as a free action, I'm going to apologize.
I'm sorry. It will not
And that's my turn.
unselect. I have to fiddle with this every time. This one, in the back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Right into Hawk's face. It's going to make a single hasted attack. And miss. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. This one's going to do the same thing. That does not confirm, I don't believe.
No.
Okay. So it's just the 5 points of damage. And then Maple.
I'm gonna bang probably.
Where is Maple?
He's standing right above Andros.
Oh yeah, I cannot see because of Theseus's goddamn glare.
Like how? Anyways, bang with
Oh, there. Okay.
rapid shot.
Okay.
I believe that I need to check up on that.
We don't use point blank because of the elephant in the room stuff.
Yeah.
You can choose to use deadly though if you want.
Yeah. That was what I wanted.
Yeah, you can do that. That was a lot of dice.
That was 3 dice.
All of them at her. That'll be a hit, a miss, and a hit. And so she'll make her save.
She's intelligent.
So we passes.
Let me check. Yes, so that does. So she will take minimum damage from all of those. Which is pretty close to what she was taking, actually. So it's... she takes 30 total.
God. He is eminent.
Alright, do you want to take a 5-foot step at all?
Yeah, probably for safety, just take one towards the radiant PCs.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Alright, this skeleton is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that misses Hawk. So, Theseus, in all your eminence.
Well, I think we need more fireballs in here.
Oh no.
Just maybe don't cinch Hawk this
Brought
time.
you Hawk, you're gonna be fine, right?
Sure.
Awesome.
Hawk maybe, but no, Bratu's not great at dodging fire.
I'd say I haven't gotten the feat I that would make me better at it yet.
20-foot radius.
I was about to say you can still get 3 of
I'm
them, if
only
not
at
4 of them in
50
one.
health right now.
Yeah, and
We have the fireball squad just sitting back here.
What do you mean? I just got bang.
Yeah, but just 2 people with fireballs. That's great.
Alright.
I mean,
I think that should work pretty well.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah. Are you able to see that, or?
Yeah, you're able to see it.
Okay.
So you manifest the pea-sized orange ball and then chuck it. You see, Andros, that's how you do a fireball.
off.
Big fireball hours.
The
I
daughter,
would like to mention that's a full D6 lower than mine.
the daughter of Urgathoa can't survive even if she makes the save, so she will burn up no matter what.
they all just suddenly drop now that she's dead.
Nope.
Nope. That
Aw,
would be
damn.
easy.
So the first one is going to take half damage, and then the other two are going to become piles of ash and dust.
Hi guys, I'm here too.
So,
We love the pet wizard.
alright. Is
He
that,
does show me up.
is that all for you, Theseus?
Yeah, I think that'll do for now. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Things to do.
Hawk, it's your turn.
What about this one?
That one survives.
I'm actually going to just attack these two next to me with some good old flurries.
Let me just double check. I think because you're fatigued, you might not be able to make a full round.
It only said that I can't run or
Okay, yeah. You can't run nor charge. That's what it is. Okay. I knew it was something like that. I was thinking of exhausted, probably.
so I'm going to main attack hit this guy, and I think with flurry I can choose a different target with the third hit.
You can determine all your hits after... You resolve each hit at a time.
Okay, so full attack is on this guy. And then
The first hit is going to crush him. And the second and third hit will hit and turn him to dust as well.
and I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. That's going to leave just this one that is going to charge into you. And miss. Bratu.
Okay. And none of them have come after me. They've all gone after Hawk.
Yeah, it's just the one left.
Gonna move right there and just throw the hammer right at it.
Sure.
Bonk.
He
Bonk.
is slightly ranged bonk. And oh,
Where's the bonk?
well, I also want to. I think I have to spend a point of resolve. I want to use. Yeah, Pierce Resolve.
Sure.
Oh. Fuck me. Never mind. Can't do it. Yeah, if it's a thrown weapon, it technically is a ranged attack, correct? Or ranged
Yes.
damage. Yeah. It's melee only, so I actually can't do that.
Yeah, it's
wow,
gone.
that's an... Oh, it's gone?
Yeah. It didn't have much health left.
And I rolled minimum.
I've got a bit of an ouchie.
Only one of us does, though. That's a shocker.
I need to check something real fast.
I'm a coming, Hawk.
Does this look infected to you?
Yes.
Let's see.
Considering it's bubbling, yeah, it's probably an infection.
Ooh. Don't say that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Let's
Maybe it's
see.
time to back up the alcoholism.
Don't talk like that, Hawk. You're gonna be fine.
Abiel's gonna move over, and I think this is an ability. Yeah, he's gonna make his best attempt to remove the disease. Where are his hit dice? There they are. Oh. And I think that does it. Yes. So, he's going to move up, and he's going to push one of his hands against your lower back. And you're all going to watch as one of his tattoos is going to spring to life and curl around his hand before pushing into Hawk and through him grabbing the disease out of the wound and spitting itself onto the ground in front of him,
Gross.
which will cure you of that disease.
Is he still
Yay.
fatigued?
No, once the disease is gone, the fatigue leaves too.
I am both disgusted and thankful.
I assume I've seen that before.
Not that particular. You know his tattoos are magical. You've never seen him do specifically that before.
Fair enough. You know what? And I've seen more disgusting things, so eh.
Did the daughter of Ogathoa leave anything?
She did leave behind a talisman that
Oh.
has the Order of the Tomes kind of normal banner on it. So the banner that Baratu was flying before, it's very similar to that.
Well, I will shuffle over. Wait, no, she was here. And pick it up and then show it to the two samurai.
And does it look like Order of the Tome?
Yes.
And he picked it up from where again?
Off of the corpse of the daughter of Urgathoa.
Oh, lovely.
I'll steal that dude's pen.
Well, this isn't looking good.
The Ebiel's going to look at it and then... not sure how that...
Does my constitution damage go away as well?
No, the con damage will remain. You have to heal that normally.
Theseus has become a flashbang.
I'm just experimenting. I want to know how this whole thing works before I decide to actually use it in some way. I'll stop if I want to.
It's not applying the healing, so I'm gonna try and...
Oh?
Oh.
Oh?
Oh. I was thinking I had a big brained, but wait. Actually, I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
Because one of the arcana I took, spell blending.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean technically the wizard list is part of my list now too? Or have I just lifted some spells from the wizard list?
I think
and
it's just you...
added them?
I'm pretty sure it's just that you add them to your list.
Well, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
I had big ideas, and now they're gone.
Yeah, they get added to your spell list.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway. What's on your mind,
Does anyone want
jabroni?
this collection of katanas?
The collection of non-magical katanas.
I'll take a katana.
Oh, I will pass one. I believe they're masterwork, aren't they?
No, they're just katanas.
Master. I say masterwork in the thing.
Oh, they do? Okay, then they're masterwork.
There you go. You can have a masterwork katana. Theseus.
Thank you. I will turn it into a construct.
Oh no. An animated blade.
Alright.
Give it joints and turn it into a snake.
turn it into a snake. Alright.
Everyone's backing out, but don't we need to go and check further on, at least in this section, before we go anywhere else?
Well, Andros thinks that because that there was the Dawn of Ogathoa there, that we should probably backtrack a little bit and see what else is behind. Sorry, well, not in that purview.
Guess that's also fair.
So
Wait,
where
why is Mal where? I don't know what we're doing.
so where did you want to go?
Andros wishes to do this one.
Okay.
You're gonna just go through the wall?
Yes.
Yeah, he teleports. So, you're going to move down to... Oh god. Oh, wow, that is a flashbang. I clicked on you and it was just a flashbang.
I haven't changed anything though.
As you move down in there, there's another section where the wall is blasted in just below you. You can see a little bit of gemstone kind of peeking out, and then above you to the north, you can also see what appears to be a small armory that has two humanoid-looking figures hunched over some of the equipment.
God damn it, the scavenging goblin in me is like, yeah, stuff.
Yes. Things.
So you said that the gemstones were like around here?
Yes.
And Mabel would have told Andros unless he noticed himself at this point. It just didn't feel right shouting it into the cave.
Do the figures hunched over the table appear to be undead? Is there any way to tell at this distance?
You could make a perception check to try.
Saying I can make a perception check.
Yes.
Oh. It's still a 26 even.
They look humanoid-ish. They're too far away for you to really make anything out. They're
I have my...
they're like here.
What's the range on a mage hand? Let's find out. Close, 45 feet. I'm just out of range. Oh, that's annoying.
Let me make sure that these have their token correct too, since I apparently can't fucking do things right the first time.
You know what? I'm just going to go investigate the gemstone instead. If I can't tap them on the shoulder with mage hand, what's the point? So, what have I found over here?
Alright, give me a second. 1. I'm hilarious.
Theseus has become an irradiated ghoul from Fallout.
Oh, God. Select, update. Okay. So, as you move in to look at this area better, you see what looks like a massive geode. Because you don't have an immediate light source, it's hard to tell what sort of gemstones this is made out of. Yeah. And it occupies pretty much, like, this entire space.
Well, given that my portable
Neatly.
light source has arrived, what would this be? This would be knowledge.
This probably be a geography.
Oh,
Or
Why not
an
learn
appraise.
oh, I do have that. I have 2 ranks of praise, so we use those.
It appears to be made out of amethyst.
Amethyst. It's not
Amethyst.
inherently useful, is it?
I mean, every gemstone is useful for magic stuff.
Actually, that's a fair point. I'll just look
But
over.
it's also expensive? Question mark?
I'd like to look over to Bratu and say, you were a miner once, right?
I mean, technically so is everybody.
Yeah, but he has the profession. That's what I'm after. He has the experience in the industry. Well, I will pull out my mini tool and I will form it into a pickaxe and say, how much of this do you think you can get?
Okay, now that I've come up to them, what am I looking at here?
You're looking at a large geode of amethyst.
How much gemstone can you get us in a reasonable amount of time?
First question is, what do you consider a reasonable amount of time?
We're not
Mining
going to
is
be
not a
spending too
quick
much time
thing.
here. Like, could you break off a generous chunk, or do you think you can do more in just a couple of minutes?
I guess I need to make a roll to just know what I might be able to do.
Yeah, if you want just a rough estimate.
I would very much like that. Oh.
You are not familiar with the specific structure at play here, so you're not really sure. Your best guess is you could probably, in a couple of minutes, get a few good chunks.
Well, I could probably get you a few chunks out of there, but rather us make sure this place is cleared before I start doing anything like that.
Andros take his multi-tool back and go, yep, that's a fair enough point.
Plus, maybe once I've gotten more use to the rock in here, might be able to give you a better estimate.
Let's go check out the armory.
Okay. You guys have the
And
most...
there was nothing down that way.
Well,
Yeah.
we haven't gone down that far yet,
You guys haven't gone down this way yet.
but there's an armory up here and I'm interested.
The goblin is struck.
I think we're all interested in armory, especially now that we know people we're trying to set up here.
Okay.
We'll follow the goblin.
The Gorblin. So, you enter the room and see the two hunched-over humanoid figures that
Oh god.
don't seem to immediately notice you, but once you, start entering the room, they're going to turn, and you're going to see their sunken-in, almost hollow faces, and these large tufts of smoke coming out from where their eyes would normally be.
Oh, that's new.
They seem to have charred or dried skin.
How long does
think
my
I- You think I can plink a fireball into one of their eye sockets?
I mean, given that they look like they're already on fire, it may not be very useful.
You're right, lightning it is.
Wow, not even going to try to reason with them.
I mean, if they're undead, then
I don't know.
I mean, hey, I'm happy. We're happy to do things. So if somebody wants to try and reason with them,
Nobody's even made a check to know what they are yet.
I was gonna say, are these things moving? Or are they doing anything? Or
They
are
are
just kind of
watching
still?
you.
what do my eyes lie upon?
Your eyes lie upon two Bodax.
They're demons, aren't they?
Well, they're technically undead, but they are essentially manifestations of a horrible, terrible thing that happened to somebody in life.
Right, I'm thinking, oh no, I remember what a Bodak is now.
However, they don't seem immediately hostile towards you.
I don't remember if Bodaks are intelligent or not.
Well,
My
here it
knowledge
is.
tell me of that.
Based on what you can recall, they have some amount of intelligence.
Well, I will pass upon the rest of the party then, and I will also mention that Bodaks are quite fearsome foes.
I'm happy to go negotiate with them then.
I was thinking of Brimmerak. That's my bad.
Bodax are kind of scary.
Yes, they are.
Anybody else have any suggestions?
I would imagine it's been more than 9 minutes since that first casting, hasn't it?
Yes.
Well, Ratu's gonna be like, well, we can give it communicating a shot if anyone knows. And you said there were demons, right?
They're undead.
No, they're undead.
They're extra planar undead.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knows, actually, Ratu knows what Necrol is after the captain. Like, if anyone here knows Necrol, we might be able to talk to him, or we could try common.
I think Emiko might also have used it a few times, or at least translated.
Yeah, I remember you translated it. I don't remember if you spoke it.
Well, it's a language she had, but
We'll just call from all the way over there, just hello there.
I do have the wand of
So-
comprehend languages.
Are you actually just calling out to them,
I
Andros?
think it's probably the better option, given that we're all kind of here. We
Okay.
can respond to any kind of actions.
They're going to look between each other, and then, hello.
It's a good start.
oh shit, that's scary.
Who's moving?
And I will follow up the greeting with why are you two here?
Protecting.
So what?
They're protecting.
Oh,
Tasked with keeping safe.
What are you keeping safe?
Weapons, armor, things to keep others safe.
I don't like Bodax at this.
I think we know exactly what they would do if we,
How does Ebale feel about him?
He seems displeased at the sight, but since they're communicating, he doesn't seem like he's going to, jump at them.
I mean, yeah, I don't think we like, any of us like looking at them. But
I will add onto this who charged you with protecting.
Master Fardir.
Fardir was the name on the letter, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Well, I guess for the moment.
Said we would be heroes if we kept safe.
That's certainly something. I suppose I will. I don't know. Will you let us pass if we don't enter the armory?
They're going to look between each other. As long as you don't touch.
I'll look back to the rest of the party.
That seems reasonable. I mean, this isn't any of our stuff technically.
so
Yeah.
we can look but don't touch.
correct.
Nice, let's look. It says the loot cutting in me.
I mean, you can look. Don't piss off a Bodak, otherwise you're not going to have a good time.
I have no
Actually,
idea.
Theseus would like to approach but not touch and ask the Bodax something.
They're going to watch you as you get closer. The closer you get, the more you realize that their eyes, that billowing smoke that's coming out of them, is more than just smoke. There's almost this purple tint to it.
Oh lord, this isn't good.
And they are actively diverting their eyes from you since you are currently being peaceful with them.
Yep. That's the part that I don't like.
Well, at the risk of getting jumped by a pair of Bodax, I'm going to slowly take the katana and set it on the ground in front of me, or at least like present it to them.
Okay.
Is this part of the armory?
No.
I had to ask.
Okay.
I'm actually going to ask them something.
Sure.
Do you happen to know where? And he's going to say the name that was on the letter. Is. I don't remember the name at all. But
Write it down, you potato.
They're going to look between each other. We have been here so long. Have not seen anyone.
oh, they're aware they're undead. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bodaks are intelligent undead. I said that.
Well, here, my intelligence was thinking intelligence from a past life. I wasn't thinking this.
Does my roll tell me what makes a Bodak?
Generally speaking, it is something so horrific and painful that it causes even their soul to be twisted.
And are they inherently, I guess, I don't normally deal in the term, but are they inherently evil?
Normally a Bodak is inherently evil, yes.
So, right. I just need to quickly check if I have access to a certain spell.
Broadtooth, since you have dark vision and you're a little bit closer, you can see that behind them, most of what they're guarding is pretty much rotten and rusted and useless at this point. But among that, you can see two katanas that are very well kept and actually seem to have a very faint glint of sunlight to them. There is a shorter sheathed blade next to them, and piled up on the ground in front of it is a suit of leather armor that almost looks like it's made out of dragon hide.
That's both cool and makes Bratsu slightly uncomfortable. But dragon skin or Scales' armor isn't exactly that unusual, so it's just like seeing it in a very leather fashion is a little awkward, but otherwise not a huge deal.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, what's done is done, right?
But
I can do that.
I
Bratsu's
can't
going,
cast it because it's not on my list.
but Bratsu is going to ask them another question. And ask them if they remember anyone by, the name you mentioned previously, the name on that letter.
Yes. Fardir is the leader of this expedition. Was. They think for a moment. Was the leader.
The expedition appears to have come to an end. And I will say that, like, under my breath.
The Bratsu's gonna kind of sighing, definitely thinking, kind of saying under his breath as well. Well, thank you for that information. And and he points to the nicer set of stuff. The sheath blade, the two katanas, the armor, and goes,
Mm-hmm.
I assume that is also part of the armory.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I do have
These
one
is-
spell I could cast, Andros. I could cast Sea Alignment,
Yeah?
but that I have to choose an alignment to like Chaotic Evil or something like that. Both axes.
Oh, you have to choose both axes?
Yep.
Ooh.
So I can't just say like, oh, I want to see evil. I have to be specifically, are they chaotic evil? Or something like that.
Well, you can also say neutral evil or...
True, but I've got
I do.
like a 1 in 9 chance.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's
Wait,
information you didn't have.
This is true.
I mean, wait, is Detect Evil? No, Detect Evil is for Divines. Damn.
Considering what they are, would remove curse do anything?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Alright. That's a shame.
It's unfortunate because they're not, as far as the information in my circlet is telling me, that this is not like normal Bodak behavior.
No, normal Bodak behavior would be kill you first and then ask questions when you're a Bodak.
Yes.
I think I am going to spend a point of mythic power and cast See Alignment for Lawful Evil, I think.
Neither of them registers.
Damn.
You have to pick what
Yeah, well, you have
you're
to pick.
trying to say.
Yep. Yep.
See alignment only reacts to specific alignments, so it doesn't matter if they are like lawful good. It still wouldn't register anything.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a iffy spell. That's iffy as shit.
It has its uses.
Very
Does,
specific.
but
Just
yeah.
well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe we could get some good info, but I won't have Theseus spend any more of his stuff if he does not wish to.
Well,
I could go for lawful neutral because they seem pretty. I'm fairly certain it's gonna be lawful. Because they're like
I really don't think it's chaotic. I mean, whether it's lawful or neutral, it's
yeah, they're pretty dead set on their.
I'll tell you what,
so-
just to save you the mythic point, because it's still in effect, I'll say that while the spell is in effect, you can change which one you're targeting through this particular use. Because you're using a mythic power to use it, I'll allow you to change one time to another alignment, rather than have to spend a whole nother mythic power.
Okay, I don't mind using it. But yeah, would they be lawful neutral?
They would.
All right.
Yeah, my alignment.
they're
This
my old
opened.
alignment.
This opens up interesting concepts. Well, I will approach the Bodaks.
Okay.
And doing my knowledge, I will also avert my gaze as they avert theirs.
Yes, they are still deliberately keeping their eyes under yours at all times.
Yeah. And I will ask them, what specifically was your charge? Is your charge?
To protect the armory.
And I will nod and add on. It's like, the armory is serving no purpose anymore. The rest of your expedition appears to be gone. And your purpose doesn't appear to be the same anymore.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I hate diplomacy checks. I should have
Yeah, I was
taken...
gonna hear if we could get Evile to convince them to let him take stuff from the armory.
That was pretty good, but the -1 kills you. They're going to look between each other, and then...
Wait, well, actually, I would like to search that.
Sure, go ahead.
There we go.
That'll do it. They're going to look between each other and then back at you. They will return.
There's no kind of sense of time here, is there? Like, the damage
Well, no,
to the
they said
weapons
they've
could
been
have...
there for years. They
But
have some sort of sense, at least a little bit.
that's not what I'm asking.
There is no...
Years could mean 2 years, years could mean 10.
That's true.
They have no real grasp on time because there's no sun And you know that Bodax won't willingly expose themselves to sunlight.
Is there anything that I can get a specific aging off? Like for example, how corroded are one of the blades?
You could try with an engineering check.
And come on, button.
Yeah, what do you want to...
Like, you're just gonna wanna come in close and go. The food we encountered on our way in were rotted. So assuming there'll be people coming back, the food shouldn't be rotted. It should have been fresh and ready. I don't think there's anyone coming back.
Oh, don't crush their dreams.
I was like, we have a freaking Order of the Tome guy with us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a date, a rough date.
It's been... The weapons have not been cleaned in probably 40 years.
Jesus.
As for what you say, Mabel, they're gonna look between each other again.
Also hold diplomacy if you want.
Yeah. As depressing as that is, it's a diplomacy check.
While that's going on, Bratu is trying to get Abel to head up there, basically telling him quietly to, like, you're a member of the Order, they might let you take some of the stuff at least back to the Order or something.
That's not quite what I'm aiming for here. But
They're gonna look at each other again, and they're gonna... Supplies have been left. We will be taken.
I would like to ask their names.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
We're having a dialogue and they're not attacking us immediately, and they appear to be stricken in this place by circumstances beyond their control.
Are you ready?
Is it Glush again?
No. The left one is going to introduce himself as Mebem, and the right one is going to introduce himself as B.
B-E-A? B-E-E?
B-I-I.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would like... As I do that, I will turn my head back to the Azuma and ask him if these names ring a bell for him, despite the fact that it has been 40 years past.
I was never involved in any of this. I don't know. They're not even wearing my order's banners. I know nothing.
But they are... It seems they're defending an armory that was set up here by the Order of the Tome. Meaning you can potentially access anything that's still good there.
Oh no, don't give them that.
I mean, it would be... This seems like it was a joint venture rather than just the Order of the Tome. And I have no idea what their purpose here was.
Well, we know what their purpose is now.
We know what these two purposes, but not the expeditions.
I mean, the project at large. I have no idea what their intentions here were. For all we know, touching one of those is a bad idea to begin with.
No. I had a thought about touching one of these, actually.
Uh-oh.
Well, touching them without...
No,
them
I have
letting
something
us.
that... I have something very specific on mind, and I will approach slowly and ask if I may lay my hand upon one of them.
They're going to look between each other. You may touch, but not take.
And before I do, I will show them specifically the ring on my left hand,
Uh-huh.
which is a ring of the Grasping Grave.
Oh,
And I will speak its activation terms and see if the ring's effect will affect them, if it will release them, I guess, given that it's the only thing I have on hand.
No more than one size category.
It's technically a touch attack,
Yeah.
but I guess if they're willing to let me touch them, does that count?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I showed them.
All it does, so all that does in particular is switch their polarity back.
Yeah. I was hoping that maybe because they're extra planar and are more heavily linked to the negative plane than I do.
Why don't you give me a spellcraft check?
Sure. I like spellcraft.
I like spell. Why do you have a cone? I don't like that cone. I would say if you expend a mythic power, you could try to sever their connection fully.
Well, I mean, I guess before I do that, I would like to ask them if they would like their service to be over.
They're not sure. They're gonna look at each other in confusion. Is the best emotion that can be really portrayed by their faces.
I will gesture back and say that there is a member of an order here, and we can make sure that their charge is carried, or these items are returned.
Give me another diplomacy check.
I'm really going to take that trade. If I'm going to be doing talking, I really need to take that trade.
You really do.
1 sec. We're not done.
He's gonna surge.
Oh, best possible result.
That's a pretty good one.
How would they like to join our party?
My
They
pet
will
Bodax. Would you like to see my pet Bodak?
Don't look
Hey
at me.
man, they are equal members of this party.
They're not gonna resist, but they don't seem to. They don't seem to quite understand.
I mean, that's fair enough, but they have been here this long, I wouldn't expect to really kind of jump at them, so I will spend the point upon the first one and make the attempt.
Well, I was saying you could spend one for both of them.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
What do I roll for the attempt?
just give me a caster level check. Cat.
That's a little.
It hovered on that one a little long. Yeah, so I'll say you lay your hands on them for a moment, and they kind of rise their gaze up almost to the point of looking you in the eyes. And as you push that mythic power through you and into them, they're going to collapse to the ground as their connection to the negative energy plane is fully severed.
Well, they're slaves to duty no longer.
Yes, which allows you to recover 22 gold, 13 silver, and 44 copper off of them, in addition to the things behind them.
Well, what is happening?
What?
What are you guys doing? I would like to turn back to the rest of the party and say that while these items may be useful, that he did give his word.
Ow, my eyes. I rubbed my eyes, but I have like talkie powder on my fingers.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's not
Andros
big
would like to
deal.
say that for the non-spoiled weapons, he would like to take them back to the orders, I guess, or entrust them to the Azamar.
Okay.
I mean,
But the rest of the party is allowed to weigh in on that.
I was going to say, Ratu is. About to say, well, that went a lot better than I expected. But I mainly just want these items to have a use. Whether it's the order, us, what have you.
Well,
We're not doing anything good here.
as you take a moment and look at them, no matter what, there is the white dragon scale leather armor. There is the 2 sun metal katanas, and the final blade is a Horicalcum Wakizashi.
Bless you.
That's a mouthful. Orichalcum Wakizashi.
Bless you.
But
What is it, Sun Silver? Is that what it's called? I thought it was Sun Metal.
Well, I would like to address the Azamars, ask if they had any particular relevance to his order or any order he knows of.
It was Sun Silver. Okay. He doesn't recognize them as belonging to any particular order. He's, sure there's plenty of, there's orders that would find use for them, but none of them jump out at him as being particularly, that's what she has to say. None of them jump out to him as being particularly important to any particular order. Other than maybe the dragon scale armor would go to the Order of the Cockatrice, which, now that the Bodaks have dropped as well, you do see that that's what they were. There were banners behind them that represented that order. Yes. So.
Hey, Bratu, what's the deal with the Order of the Cockatrice?
Bratu's going to know more than me, so give me a second on that one. But the Order of the Cockatrice, Bratu's going to tell you. Well, they're pretty much, to put it bluntly, they're usually just glory hogs. They're really concerned just with doing their own thing, getting their own power and prestige and all that. Never really understood them too well.
It would explain why they left their own to become these.
Additionally, the Bodaks are wearing Horicalcum chainmail.
Do you have like a package or something that you can drop for us? Or?
Right.
I can add them into your inventories later.
And now, of course, our wizard can do detect magic or identify or whatever needs to be done to.
Look at the mega sleep. I'm a wizard too.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah, but you're not a full-blown wizard.
Wow.
Okay, well you can identify shit yourself then.
Anyway, none of them.
I am. Sorry.
None of them are magical.
I would like to just quickly ask, what would the, I guess, alignment ramifications be if I make this deal with them and then, well, I gave my word to them before I set them free, basically.
You're not inherently going against your word. You're taking the thing you said that you were going to give them to someone who can either take them to the order or, make use of them. So
That's fair enough.
You're doing that.
Okay, I was just was my main concern, because I would do want to stay within my bounds. Fair enough.
What the hell is that?
Well,
all right.
I wasn't expecting to have a conversation with some Bodaks today, and on that note, I would like to leave this armory.
Well, on that note, I think I also need some extra time to get ready before work today, so I think we will call it there for today. While I'm yelled at by my cat.
Good session, everybody. I was the only one who got hit.
And boy, did you
Oh
get
god,
hit.
Theseus.
That'd be all good,
What that
you know.
did to Kratos' face is a nightmare.
Wow.
Hold up. Don't do anything. Andros, move your fucking mouse. Ugh. I can do this. No. Fuck.
Theseus has a red nose now.
Theseus the red-nosed reindeer.